Love it.
Yeah, man. Welcome back to another session. If you'll go ahead and introduce your characters, give us a fun fact.
Of course,
your class and race.
What's up, guys? My name's Troy. You know me already. I'm your favorite. That's it.
I also have the answer in as to which character so far is William's favorite, but I will not.
You gotta tell us. We gotta know the ranking, of course.
I have kept track of it, but
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you until the end.
What? Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's me, Troy. Got through my first few weeks of school. Had a really rough time. Almost killed my sister, but
That's just
it wasn't really
siblings.
me. It was really this like alter ego of my best friend. I made a best friend. He's pretty weird. We watched this like anime stuff or whatever. That's besides the point. Anyway, you know I'm a sorcerer, level 1. And a fun fact about me is everybody asks, Troy, how did you get so freaking tall? And I just look at him and I'm like, that's just the charm, baby. But the truth is, my grandmother is a hill giant.
Oh.
And that's where
Your granddad is a very brave man.
He is a very brave man. I mean, he was a tall guy, but like he's where I get the height from. I'm taller than him.
He's a gnome. It just evened out.
It evened itself out. Yeah.
Very brave man.
My grandma's a hill giant. That's where the variant human comes from.
That's where it changes.
It's
a
like
little
almost 100%.
Mm-hmm. So which parent?
That would be my mom's mom.
So also just incredibly tall.
Yeah, my mom's kind of tall. You know, she's like 5'10", 5'11". So is
Howard.
What?
Make her like 6'5". No,
Well,
I'm kidding.
what's Helen?
Yeah.
Is
Oh no, Helen is like 5'11".
Oh, she's 5'11". Okay, I was gonna say she's 6 foot.
That was the height I gave for 5'11", 6 foot. There.
Okay, she's right there.
Good.
But yeah, so that's a little fun fact about me. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go practice some silk ball.
Hate you. All right.
Alright. Hey guys. It's Mimiro, and I'm just, you know what? It's been a real weird couple of weeks. In a new place, trying to learn as much as I can, meeting a lot of friends along the way. Have some pretty weird roommates. Pretty sure each of them is doing something illegal, but I can't prove it yet, besides one of them.
I'm not doing anything illegal.
I'm pretty sure this Troy guy takes steroids.
Shady. Yeah.
He's too big.
He's too swole.
He's too swole. But yeah, I'm having a great time. Really loving my job, my extracurriculars, and the friends that I'm making. Fun fact about me, guys, that y'all didn't know. I actually know how to play the glockenspiel. And I know how to play it really well. And so hopefully at some point I can like tickle the little keys a little bit.
Tickle the ivories.
Tickle the ivories.
Oh man, imagine a marching band glockenspiel.
That would be all.
No.
And then imagine the herd of jocks racing it, beating them up.
Yeah. Yeah, you become like a magnet. Everyone within like a mile radius is like, he's over there.
He's over there. Alright.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's me, guys. And so, cool.
Awesome. I'm Hannah. I'm your daddy.
I refuse.
And that's.
I refuse to say that.
And you know what? That's okay.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi,
That
Daddy.
wasn't at all, did it? Alright. So, fun fact about me. I am... What is a fun fact about me? I didn't think about this before.
You can make these like school themes since we're in school, like high school,
yeah,
like middle
I guess.
school.
Fun fact about me, I guess middle school, I was doing a presentation, and this girl in the back of the class was just like absolutely going to town on a pen, chewing it like nobody's business, and all of a sudden, it wasn't a pen, it was a Sharpie. All of a sudden, she bit off the back of it.
Yeah.
and I looked over, and it was like a horror movie where it's just black straight out of like a void, and she started crying. Had to go, I don't know, wash her mouth out. And that's a succinct description of what being raised homeschooled looked like.
I love that.
Yeah. Alright, so where we last left off. Anybody remember where we last left off?
Frogs.
Yeah. Frogs.
Oh yeah, frog racing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were lined up, ready to
You
go.
can see how much of an impact that made on me.
Right. Yeah, you're lined up, ready to go. So both of you decided to race a frog.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember at the very end, I said, "Can I use Inspiring Leader on my frog
That's
to give
right,
it an
yeah.
advantage in
So-
its race?"
You're using Inspiring Leader.
That's not how it works, but still, like, I feel like that's like, can I give my frog a pep talk?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
That specifically says in the module, please
Yeah.
give your frog a pep talk. Caleb Hayes. Alright. Anything that you want to do to your frog, Jason, before we get started?
I would like to... When I cast Fog Cloud, am I able to, like, control it, yeah?
You can choose the point that it originates from, but
And
once
then
it
it'll
spreads
spread
out from there,
out,
it just
yeah.
kind of spreads out from there.
That's right. I guess I can... What if I did Minor Illusion, and I just, like, put, like, a couple of illusions in front of the other frogs?
To make them stop, yeah, they're frogs. I don't think they do very well. Sure. You would have to do that sort of as the race is getting started. The other people that are racing, Talana is racing, and you notice one of the other guys that you have not met before is...
What's he look like?
Is Grayson.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wait, Grace... Oh, wait, yeah.
Punchable face. The guy with the most punchable face.
Yeah.
Other than...
Not Quintilius.
Quintilius.
Oh.
This guy.
Oh my goodness.
I go to the same club as Quintilius.
Yeah. Alright. You see Melbathorn off to the side. Okay.
Yeah, there he
Yeah,
goes.
there you go. And the rules are pretty simple. You have, a little race course drawn out in chalk.
Yeah.
And the goal is to get them from one end to the other as fast as possible. You are going to make me a animal handling check.
Alright. I rolled a
So-
16.
You rolled a 16, what'd you roll?
I rolled an 8.
So, I will say there's a detail in here that all the frogs have little costumes on. What is your frog's little costume?
Oh, dude, mine's wearing a softball uniform.
Yeah, he's got his own little softball uniform on. Gotcha.
Mine's wearing a little wizard hat with a little,
A lizard hat?
A wizard.
Oh, I was
hat.
like, what a
With-
subversion.
with a little, like, fluff beard around him, you know?
Yeah, a little wizard robe. Perfect.
yeah.
You see that this other guy that you have not introduced yourself to, his frog looks like a little clown. And
Because he's a clown.
Alright. And you see that Talana's frog looks like a little elephant.
No.
So Melbathorn calls for the race to start, and you've rolled an 8, you rolled a
16.
So I'm gonna roll for the two of them, and we're gonna see how well they did.
Something tells me I did not win
So
this.
the Melbathorn calls for the race to start, and your frogs sort of start off. They're frogs, so they don't, move super fast. But you and Talana's are going pretty good at the same pace. Mimiro, yours is kind of he's getting a little distracted. Grayson's doesn't go at all.
He
He
rolled
just
a 1,
sits
didn't
there.
he?
Yeah. He just kind of, come on, you see him nudge it with his foot, and the frog doesn't go.
Talana's in softball with me, right? That's
Yes.
the same girl? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so you watch as they sort of all slowly proceed forward, and everybody's way too excited about things, proceeding incredibly slowly. Until finally, Troy, yours hops across the finish line first.
Let's go!
Yeah. Alright. So, after this, a couple people who are pretty, familiar with you, or like cheering you on, high fiving as a whole.
I'm chest bumping.
Yeah,
I'm going crazy.
Yeah, Tully comes over and is like, "Good job, that was."
I give her a high five.
She high fives you back. One of you roll me a perception. Actually, Jason, roll me a perception check.
Perception check. Okay.
You're in the middle of.
Me and Talana are like, I'm being a good sport. She's on my team and stuff. Like, you do great, that sort of stuff.
Right.
We're hyping each other up.
12.
As you're kind of standing there, you're watching Troy kind of get rushed by all these other people. You notice that the frogs don't look great.
Uh-oh.
You notice they kind of look like they're melting a little bit.
Oh god. Does he still have his wizard hat on?
He does.
Okay, perfect. He's fine.
Not concern number one.
No.
Yeah.
No, but he's fine.
Watch as his eyes turn red.
Oh.
He begins to expand outwards.
Oh no.
I'm looking the opposite
and
direction.
Snatches the wizard hat off and just starts to like tear into it.
No, not Froggus Dumbledore.
So, and you notice this happening to the other frogs across the thing until people are slowly starting like, dude, what's happening? Until one shoots out a very long, spiky tongue, and it wraps around somebody's leg and yoinks them down, pulls them in, and they're like, wah! Alright, roll me initiative.
Oh, Troy's frightened because he died the last time he saw.
Yeah.
20.
This is not 20.
20. Well, soft 20.
8.
8. Alright. You see them start to lash out at people around them. They expand out to about, what size are these things? Yeah, they're medium. So they've expanded to, you watch them, like, they're still expanding out to be about the size of a very tall dwarf. So they're getting big. They're at least taller than a table.
Yeah.
It's a puppy.
Mimiro, you're up first.
Alright.
Horse, son. I don't know what you're talking about, puppy.
Jesus said doggy.
You know what? Before we actually fight, can I, like, call out to Froggus Dumbledore and, like...
You can make an animal handling check.
Make an animal handling check? Okay.
And that'll be your turn.
Okay. 13?
Flat 13?
No, with
Plus so.
plus animal handling.
You see he turns to you and begins to approach you with evil intent.
Ah!
And it is his turn. And he's gonna go ahead and attack with he's gonna try to bite you.
Oh, no.
That is a 21 to hit.
Oh.
And 5 points of piercing damage. You see his, again, spiky tongue wrap around your leg, moving up, and you are considered grappled. And so you can't move. You can still attack him, but you can't move.
Oh, perfect.
Alright. That is going to be that frog's turn. The one that has the kid grappled, you watch as he just kind of and begins to pull this kid further into his clawing at the floor to try to get away. And you see him completely engulf this kid and swallow him.
Oh my goodness.
So,
that's terrifying.
guy's gone.
What kind of school is this?
College.
That's fair.
Another one tries to... you watch one jump straight up into the rafters of the tavern and is just kind of sitting there looking down at everyone, some weird slime dripping off of him. And the last one turns to you, Troy, and is going to shoot out a long spiky tongue with a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's going to be 4 points of piercing damage.
Good lord,
wraps around you, and you are also grappled. There are 4 of them.
I'm saying that I don't have health.
And with that, it is your turn, Troy.
Talana's still near me?
She seems a little like, oh, what do I do? You can try to break the grapple. Or you can just attack the frog.
I would actually like to... Let me pull this out so I know what it does. Like to legitimately use Inspiring Leader, I think. Is that a... Can I use it as a bonus action or no?
I don't know. Is it a bonus action?
I don't know. Let me check.
Like on your frog?
No, not on my frog.
Hey,
on who?
You can be doing better. Yeah.
Oh.
On everybody else, Jason.
Yeah, around in the area.
The people who need me, you, Tanya.
I would probably need that, yeah.
No, I can't. It takes 10 minutes to inspire my companions. That would be...
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
yeah,
like-
that's the equivalent of, like, Shakespeare's St. Crispin's Day
It's like
speech.
60 rounds of combat or something like that. So I'm not gonna take 60 rounds of combat.
That's a before the fight thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna... I guess just break the grapple, I think would be natural, like, in this sort of sense. I've used a different d20 every time I've rolled, and I'm gonna continue that. That would be... That's just strength, right? Strength saving throw or strength?
That is either acrobatics or athletics.
Oh, fantastic. That's 18 plus 7
Yeah, you're out.
to just, like... Could I
25.
possibly, like, rip the tongue thing
Sure,
apart?
for that you're going to make me a strength check, specifically.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
Yeah. So your grapple is broken, but then you're going to make a strength check.
14?
Yep, that'll do it. Roll me 2d8 to see what kind of damage you do.
Okay.
Ouch.
I feel strong.
Yeah.
Caleb feels strong.
Caleb feels strong.
Okay. 12 damage.
12 damage.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That is
yeah,
pretty
you
good.
see it start
Statistically high on a
Yeah,
D8.
starts spurting out like this weird black oil
Yeah.
at you. Top of the order is going to be, or anything else you want to do, because you have your movement free now, if you want to move.
With my movement, could I, and you could say no, it's fine, but like we're in a cafe area, right?
Yeah.
Like that's where, we're in the cafe I work at.
No.
No. Oh,
No,
we're in
the
the,
other
we're
one.
in the,
You're in
the other one. Can I like,
Isla would not stand for this.
could I set up a table as like cover
Not with your movement.
to like, can I, okay, that's fine then. I'll
People
just,
are already doing this. They're tipping over tables and that sort of thing.
I'll just
Most
kinda-
people are trying to get away as fast as possible.
I guess just ready myself.
Sure.
Like,
Alright, top of the order, Mimiro, what are you doing? You've
Uh,
got one frog wrapped around your leg. With its tongue, not just like...
you just gotta
I'm
hug
sorry,
me.
Froggus Dumbledore, but I'm gonna grab onto that tongue and cast Inflict Wounds.
Frog is Dumbledore.
Froggus
Alright.
Dumbledore.
So is that a roll to hit, or does it just
Well,
happen? Or is
I
it a
actually-
save from him?
Can I just, before I do my action, can I like, how does like Mawthorn feel about this right now?
You see Melwathorn is trying to like... He looks like more like he's trying to figure out where this came from.
Okay. So he's not focused on me, right?
He's not focused on you.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
Okay.
Gotcha. Does 17 hit? Do I need to roll
It
again?
doesn't. No,
Okay.
you're good.
Perfect. So that's 3d10.
Yes. Go ahead, roll.
Which one's on D10? This one. Okay. Okay. $23.
20, yeah. You rip his tongue out and you watch as he just
Yes.
starts to melt
Okay.
away and leak into the floorboards, and all that's left on this steaming pile is a little wizard's hat. And you watch as it kind of tips over. Alright, that is
Froggus.
Froggus Dumbledore
Do I still have my movement?
is down. You do still have your movement.
Okay. Are there a lot of other frogs by this one
There
frog?
are 3 other frogs. There's one on up in the rafters. There's one attacking Troy that Troy's just ripped the tongue out of.
Okay.
And there's one sort of spooking some other people off the side.
I gotcha. Can I just like go up and take his little wizard hat?
Yes.
You know? Okay. I go up and I grab that wizard
We
hat.
hardly knew you. Alright. So... Alright, so next up in the order are the rest of the frogs. I'm gonna say the silk ball frog is the one attacking Troy.
Of course it is.
The
Don't want no tongue
the
anymore.
clown frog is the one up in the rafters, and the elephant frog is attacking everybody else. He's gonna roll. Nope. You see clown frog's tongue shoot down and smash into the floor, and everybody kind of scatters away from that point because he doesn't seem to hit anything. You watch as Talana begins to cast a spell that is immediately undone by one thing hitting her in the chest with a crit. And it's gonna do... Okay. She's still standing, but you watch as it like pierces into her chest, and all of this, and starts to pull her forward.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's not.
She's gonna be out for a few games, possibly the season.
Yeah, 20 to hit, soft 20.
Yeah, that hits for sure.
And it's gonna do
not 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8
or 9 or no. It's gonna do 2 points.
Okay.
Whew, you keep taking halves and halves.
I rolled a 1, so.
Oh.
Yeah. It's your lucky day.
If you keep taking half, I'll never die. So
because it's always like
0.00005
points of damage.
Troy looks awful, but he's still alive.
But
gotcha.
Here's a question, and this is not part of your turn at all, but I'm gonna need you to roll me a charisma check to see if you still look sexy, even though it's like is it like a rugged sexy?
Oh, you know I look sexy.
Oh,
what kind of charisma? Just regular charisma check?
Flat charisma.
Well, you know that's a soft 20.
Yeah, easy.
Troy looks so
There's a couple
hot.
girls that are like off to the side that were studying with Helen who are kind of like.
What about this? Like when I ripped the tongue out, I ripped some of my shirt off.
Somehow.
Yeah. Well, like the tongue's spiky, right?
That's
Wait,
I'm
wait,
gonna
wait.
say
You
that's
don't-
2 fights that Troy has been in where his shirt has been.
Sure.
removed.
Out of 2 fights.
Out of 2
But
fights.
do you still have the robe on? That's the question.
No. The robe comes on at some points, comes off at some
this
points.
is,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
okay.
He doesn't.
Not
have,
for frog
He
race.
practically
This
doesn't
is your
have a shirt, but
work
has
uniform
pants.
because you just got off of work.
Dang it! I'm gonna have to pay for a new one. But like the black like pants
The black work pants with the belt.
with the belt,
Yeah.
Oh
and,
my
like
The
him-
restaurant
his
shoes.
muscles,
Yeah.
him like bleeding a little
It's
bit,
the
but
start
like
of a pour.
looking sexy.
Yeah.
Listen, I can describe a hot man. All right.
Like, yeah, okay. I'll give you that.
Cut that from the recording, please.
Did you hear that, Will?
Yeah, his name. Yeah, I can describe a hot man. His name is William
Ferris. I don't know about all that. Alright, Troy, it's your turn.
Okay, so once Troy gets over looking incredibly sexy,
Listen, I had to ask.
and I had to roll.
Yeah,
And you know
so,
what? It's
you know,
correct.
And we're right.
Oh my gosh.
You have ripped the tongue out of one of them. You're not grappled by any of them.
Yeah.
Silk Ball one is still in front of you. The elephant one is attacking Talana, and there's one in the rafters right now that's just shooting down at people. And Mimiro is holding the little wizard hat of Frog as Dumbledore.
Honestly, that sounds very on brand for me, Mimiro.
Can I ask you a weird question? How heavy do these things look?
About the size of a large dwarf.
So like, but dwarves are very dense. So like, are these dense as well, or are they just the size?
They look pretty dense.
So I couldn't like. You don't think I could pick one up and like throw it?
You would make a strength check for it, or an athletics check for it.
Are you medium or are you large?
I'm like, I think high, medium, or large. Like,
You're
I think-
medium.
What's large? Large is like
large is
7
like-
foot, right?
Large is like 8 feet.
Oh, 8 feet. Yeah, then I'm
Yeah.
medium for sure.
Medium
Yeah.
can pick up medium, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
pick-
I can pick it.
You
I
can pick
could
it up.
try.
Yeah.
My thought was to throw it at the one in the rafters.
Oh,
hit
no.
it so hard it goes up at the one in the rafters.
You could try.
Yeah, I'll try and I want to punch it with like using, I guess, Stone Fist,
Sure.
and I want to like.
This is the
uppercut
one that
it.
you hit before, so it's already got some.
Yeah, this
damage
is
on it.
mine.
Yeah.
And I want to like hit it to hit, and then can I roll strength on top of that to see how high it goes?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll to hit first.
That would be.
You got this, man.
Oh, dude, that's a 24 to hit.
Ooh.
And then that would be.
That's a lot of dice.
Roll me athletics with advantage because you hit it with over a 20.
Oh, okay. So athletics with advantage, real quick. Do you want to roll damage for? I already rolled damage.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, damage is 13.
Yeah. Okay.
And then-
he has died.
Okay, because his corpse go up or no?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. His corpse can absolutely go.
Definitely need that advantage. That would be soft 20
Yeah.
on athletics.
You punch him and you watch as it's kind of like the corpse of this frog is sort of starting to lose like structural integrity as it flies. It's more like a ball of mud hitting the one in the rafters. And I'm gonna make a saving throw to see if that one. That didn't work. Okay. It is going to keep its footing.
Okay.
But it does turn and see where that comes from, and sees the two.
You can't win them all.
Yeah.
You know.
You did get to throw the frogs.
I did just rip a frog's tongue out and then rip it apart.
Yeah,
So-
so you made it. You dissolved it.
Then-
Congratulations.
Then here's my question: does this other frog now have liquid frog on him right now?
And you know what?
Okay, so would that considered a disadvantage to them because he has like stuff on him? Or?
I don't know.
Oh, if
I
it was
rolled
in his
of my
eyes.
own free will, and he looks hotter now.
Yeah, it's like the little bit of dirt. Oof.
It's
Oh,
now
gosh.
it's now a 24. Is that what it is now?
Sure, okay. Mimiro, it is top of the order.
Hotness.
It's your turn. You've Frogus Dumbledore is gone.
Listen, Jason, I've invested a lot
The
into
Stealth
strength
Ball Frog
and hot
is gone.
in my character. That's the
And
only
that's
two
it.
aspects of
Yeah.
my character there are: is
Beautiful.
strength and hot.
hot.
Beautiful, man. If I were to say touch myself and
Whoa!
Hold on.
Jason.
and Caleb at the same time, can I cast Cure Wounds on both of us or no?
Sure, I think you could. I don't know if you could cast Cure Wounds. I think Cure
Could it,
Wounds
like,
only has one target.
I was gonna say, can I like split the healing? So like almost like going with both hands, but like it would split.
Let me look it up because I
don't
want to.
know.
I'm sure that is a
What
way
is
you
it?
can use.
Oh, like to
Cure Wounds?
touch two at the same time.
So like you were going with two hands, but so it'd be half the power on both.
A
but-
creature you touch. So
A
I think it's
creature.
just going to be the one.
What you at?
I'm at
8.
2, man.
Mass Cure Wounds will do more, but Cure Wounds by itself will just do.
I'm
One.
at 2 health.
I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna heal myself
okay.
because if I
Okay.
heal myself, if I heal myself over, I don't get temporary HP from that, do I? I just go back up to full.
You go back to the full.
Gotcha. All right, and if you need it next turn, I'll get you.
You did next turn, I'm sure. But it's okay. I've died before, and
Right.
he's always coming back.
Is it twice your max HP or twice your current HP?
That'll kill you.
that like dead.
It's twice your max.
Twice your max. Okay.
Yeah. So if I
They're
take
not-
16
They're not
damage,
going to do that much.
no.
Okay, then yeah.
I think you roll a
Um,
d6 and you add 1 or 2 to that.
Yeah.
So
Here's the thing: if any of them hit me, they're gonna grapple me,
The
and
max
then I
they
can inflict
roll
wounds.
on a crit is 13.
yeah.
So
Okay, no, yeah.
The minimum they can roll is a 2.
yeah,
Which is how many health I have left.
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on myself, and I'm gonna make my way to the other frog. Well, hold on. Wait. Before I do that, so let me see if I can Cure Wounds. Wait, do I need to roll for
For
myself?
Cure Wounds for yourself, no.
No.
You just have to roll the amount
Roll
that
to
you
hit
heal.
yourself.
Roll to hit myself. I've missed.
I've
Jason
tried to
put it.
hit myself.
I healed
and
the
I've missed
floor.
before, so.
Or as Jason put it, roll to touch yourself.
Okay, yeah. Let me roll
His
to
words.
Let me roll
You
to touch
public
myself
in
real
front
quick.
of-
In front of
That'll
recorders.
put you on a list.
That will put you on a list.
I heal myself 12, so I'm back up to full.
Ooh, nice. Not bad at all. So that's your Cure Wounds is an action, or is it a bonus action?
I believe it's an action.
Is it a bonus action?
It's an action. I'm like 99% sure.
Let me look.
If I do it to myself, would it be bonus action?
I don't, the target of something doesn't have anything to do on if it's an action or bonus action.
Right.
Yeah.
It is a one action.
Okay.
So
Then I'll make my way. How's the frog that's like attacking the other?
Talana, he is untouched.
Gotcha. Does he have her grappled?
Yes.
Okay.
You're just gonna head that direction.
Yeah, I'll head that way. Kind of put myself in between them two. I don't know, like.
There's a long tongue out between us, so they're joined.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess I'll go up to like. Yeah, you know what? Mimiro like goes over there and hops on the back of that frog.
roll me a
I was-
athletics or acrobatics check
I would like to do acrobatics, please.
to
Yeah,
hop up astride this thing.
Yeah. 10. Whoops.
You hop up on there, and it's so oily and gross that you just
You
slide right off the back. You're still standing. You're not prone or anything, but you have sloughed right off.
But I'm still touching him, right? Perfect.
Sure.
That's all I need.
Alright, so next up it is those two frogs' turn.
It's frog turn, baby.
It's frog turn, baby. One of them is going to the
Ar-
one up in the
This is Battletoads all over again.
R.I.P. Frogus.
No,
Frog's
not
over.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Frogus.
clown frog.
R.I.H. Rotten hell.
I need to start saying that to people. R.I.H. man. You see the one in the rafters shoots his tongue down again, straight into, like, back towards the bar where people are being served food, and the guy behind the counter dodges out of the way, and it shoots its tongue straight into the oven. He turns around and slams the door closed.
Yeah.
Wait.
This guy had a better armor class than both of us,
He
apparently.
rolled the frog rolled a natural 1.
Oh, yeah.
He did a little damage.
Good work, man.
Yeah.
Lost his tongue.
You should
He's
come
some,
work
like-
in the other cafe
He's
sometime.
like middle-aged elf. Yeah.
We need it.
Alright. So that is that one, and the...
One with Talani?
Yeah, the one on Talana.
Talana, my bad.
Is going to roll. Yep.
She ain't dead, is she? She's dead. I'm just gonna be honest. I know she is.
You see the... How much is this? Okay. You watch as the frog again starts to... and pull her in to be swallowed, and does so. Alright. Next up in the order, Troy, it's your turn. You watch.
So she swallowed or being swallowed?
She is swallowed.
I got her. If you can take over the one in the rafters.
Yeah, I can definitely take care of that.
I can do that, yeah.
Because I'm literally touching this bad boy. I just wait. Hold on.
In public,
Jason, you gotta calm down. Oh my goodness. How tall up is the rafters from?
They're gonna be about, I'm gonna say probably 15 feet up.
I'll try and just kind of jump off a chair or a table or something like that.
You parkour.
I will say, if you can jump off something.
22.
Yeah,
With
that'll do
athletics?
it. Yeah.
Never mind.
You jump, you latch onto one of these rafters sort of next to it and pull yourself up. What are you doing? You still have an action left.
Me and the frog in the rafters battling it out.
There's only like 5 feet of space between like the rafter and the actual ceiling, so you've got...
I'm hunched.
Well,
The frog is also hunched, but that's how it's built.
if he can knock it prone, can he knock it off?
Yeah, you would be knocking it off.
You know what I
want
to do? I want to tackle it.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
I want to jump from
You're
one
at
rafter
2
to the other.
HP.
Roll
Well,
a...
I'm thinking it looks pretty mushy. It's gonna break my fall. I'm like, pretty sure.
Oh, you know what?
Okay.
It's also not tall enough to be fall damage, though, right? Fall damage is more
fall
than
damage is
20.
starts at 20 feet.
Yeah,
And
it's
this is
15
15.
feet. Yeah, no.
I will be rolling a d4 to see how much fall damage you take, specifically from this. So, or
Even if he
Rigged. Anyway,
no,
what?
I'm gonna
Sorry.
have you make
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
say
have
a
you make
word.
a dexterity check to see if you take any fall damage.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a grapple check.
Which is...
That is just straight athletics.
Oh, yeah, baby.
We love those.
That's 21.
All right. Yeah, you dive at this thing and sort of sink your hands into its flesh, and you're trying to flip it off. Yeah, no, you're trying to flip it off the rafter onto
There
the
you
ground.
go.
Perfect.
Troy's already flipped it off.
Yeah, several times, I'm sure. Go ahead and make me another strength check to see if you can.
Just strength.
Yeah, if you can heave it over.
Yeah.
Troy, once as he was jumping, which was actually quite impressive to see.
Yeah, this is just
It's gonna be a 12.
12. All right, it's gonna roll to
Okay.
see if it. It's gonna roll to see if it is not gonna be knocked off. That's a natural 20.
Okay.
It
all right.
it holds its ground a little bit, pretty well actually. And you see it sort of with a natural 20, it's gonna sort of shuffle around a little bit, so it's closer to facing you.
Can I
You're still up on it.
I'm still on it, like grappled it, right?
Yeah, it's grappled, so
Okay.
it can't move anywhere. But
Have I used all my turn stuff?
I'm
at
gonna
this
say
point?
that's it for
Okay.
your turn. All right.
Sloth?
I'm gonna
but
pile
you are-
drive it next
But
turn.
you are
Yes,
up,
sir.
Mimiro, it's your turn. You are up against the elephant frog.
Poor Dumbo. I'm going to inflict wounds on him.
Okay.
And I'm already touching him, so okay, I rolled a 3 twice.
Okay.
Statistically unlikely.
So
What?
you go to put your hands on him, and it is so like slick on the back of him that you're not quite touching it. Like you're just sort of touching the oil on top.
Oh my god.
Just remember, this fight was made for 4 people.
It was.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I would like to use my movement to walk around He has his mouth open right now with that tongue,
it's
right?
Closed.
With that
It's
tongue?
it's
Because
tongue.
he's currently
Okay,
like,
I'm going to hold-
digesting your friend.
Oh yeah.
What that tongue do, baby? You know,
Would that be an action if I wanted to like turn or like walk in front of him and like put my hand on his eye?
You couldn't cast the spell again, but
No.
you could walk up and put your hand on his eye.
You know what?
I say you can just do that. I don't think that'll be an action or anything from you. You can just walk over. And...
Yeah, I'm gonna stay behind it. I don't want it to have advantage on me.
All right. Anything else you want to do, or is that it?
I guess that's it. 3.
Next in the order, this rafter frog, clown frog.
Yeah.
Its tongue shoots out at you, Troy, and misses and smashes into the rafter behind you. You watch it pull it back. The elephant frog is going to sort of shake you off, Mimiro, and lumber around to face you. And you see it getting ready to launch another tongue at you. That's going to be 18 to hit.
To hit me?
Yeah.
Or does it need to be the same or more? Because
It's-
mine is 18.
Yeah. So that's the rule, is if you meet an enemy's armor class, you hit it. And if an enemy meets your armor class, it's going to hit you as well. So that's going to be... That didn't even kind of work a little bit. That's going to be 4 points of piercing damage for you.
Perfect.
It has hit you next in the order. Troy, it is your turn.
All right.
I'll drive this sucker.
So while its tongue was out, could I like grab its tongue or no?
I'm going to say you can make a dexterity check now to see if you...
Would it count as anything in my turn or no?
I'll say it'll count as a bonus action.
Okay, I'll take that. It's 13. To grab some tongue.
Yeah, you get it.
Okay, so I want
You
to
shoot out one hand and just...
I'll just kind of wrap it around as I like. So I have it, and like it said, and you said like, oh, like it stirred itself.
Mm-hmm.
So like he felt that.
Yeah.
So am I behind? Am I in the front half or the back half of it?
You're on the front half of it.
Okay, so I just want to take my feet, kind of extend them, and then like fall back,
Oh.
and then like
Gosh.
make sure its head is above mine when I
Perfect.
hit
Go
the
ahead
ground.
and make a strength or athletics check.
Okay, I'm gonna do athletics.
Yeah,
if
that's
that's all
probably
the same
wise.
with you.
Yeah.
Hannah-
To pull it off.
This is wonderful to me, at least. I rolled a 26.
Amazing. Yeah, you yoink this thing backwards, and it kind of gives you a look of like, as you head backwards. Now you're gonna make me a dexterity check to see if it ends up below you.
Here we go.
You got this.
That's 13.
That makes it. It slides under you, and you feel it. It's like falling onto a really wet pillow.
Troy's been in a
and
few
it
wet
just
pillows. He sweats in his sleep. What were you guys thinking?
Oh.
And I'm the dirty one, Hannah.
Okay,
Yeah.
And it begins to dissolve underneath you.
Oh, 6.
All right.
That might have been the coolest thing he's ever done.
Top of the order, Mimiro, your frog is the only one that's left, and it has Talana inside him.
What happened to the other student that got eaten by the frog?
As the frog dissolves, you see him inside, just like...
Oh, so he's alive. He's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
he's
Okay. So roll to hit again with
Yes.
advantage, or
For cure wounds?
for inflict wounds on the frog that I'm literally right.
Just make a flat roll
Flat
for
roll.
this one, because he just attacked you.
I got you.
Or no, if it's still around you, then yeah, you can roll with advantage.
I got it. I just realized I didn't add the +6 less.
Hey,
roll.
you know what? That's
you know that's my fault.
That
That's my
It
fault.
does. It does.
Does a 25 hit?
I don't know. Yeah.
So.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of
Oh,
what you're
okay.
also making fun of.
Oh, I know.
At least I hope you're making fun of it.
I don't know that.
17.
17. Yeah, you watch as you grab onto its tongue with both hands, and you see this sort of weird decay spread up the tongue of the frog and into its mouth, as its eyes sort of begin to bulge out of its head until it dissolves. elves.
Okay.
And you
So it's
see
dead.
Talana inside
thank
unconscious.
Oh my goodness.
Unconscious?
Mhm.
Alright.
Because she took damage before.
That is the most stressful fight that I think I've been
No,
in,
yeah.
because I had 2 HP for
Yeah.
the
I was
starting
ready,
round
you know?
2. I had
Yeah.
2 HP.
Can I cast... Since this is over, can I also cast Cure Wounds on...
Yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect.
Sure. You see people sort of coming up to
D8.
y'all as there's just this awful grossness everywhere. Somebody roll me a history check.
That's a 14 on the heal to
Yeah,
Talana.
perfect. You can
Wait.
add.
On Solana?
Onto Talana. She,
Want me to heal you too while we're at it? Or?
We go to a magic school. I'm sure somebody can. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a hot
No,
girl
you
to
see-
heal it.
you see Melwithorn over there like, hey, is everybody okay? Does anybody need healing? But you can look for a hot girl if you decide you want to.
It's Melithor,
Yeah,
though.
well, both. I'm so
It's
tempted on
Melithor.
either one. You know what? Troy's gonna like subvert expectations, and he's gonna roll the history check.
Here, I'll also roll it.
Okay, so I have a negative, so 14.
14. Okay.
Alright, history is +4, so 21.
I can't afford to abstain sometimes when we only have 2 people.
Both of
Yeah.
you notice that these frogs have a very similar quality in just the viscous parts of them that are left behind,
Like the mimic.
like the mimic.
Yeah, the one that Troy tried
That
to...
was a regular
not
trunk
Troy.
until it
Became.
alive.
Yeah.
that Tori tried to give to the Aurora.
Troy in his head's like, but these things were already alive.
Can't figure it out.
It's a mystery.
I don't think my 15 intelligence would help me there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you find...
Does Troy find a hot girl who can cure his wounds?
That is the question.
Roll luck.
Here we go. I had good rolls today,
Okay. Yeah.
and let's
You've
hope
been doing good.
that I don't get a... I want above a 10, that's all. Natural 20, Hannah. I told you. He's strong,
What
and he's
does-
hot.
What does she look like? I think with the natural 20, you get to tell me.
I'm torn. I'm torn, because
Greta just comes
on the
up.
one hand, he does kind of like Greta, right?
Right.
But on the other hand,
Greta knows no healing.
she doesn't know any healing spells. So I'm just thinking, like,
What college is she?
Prismari?
Maybe?
Or the S one? Stronghold?
She's Lorehold.
Lord.
yeah, she doesn't know any healing stuff.
No.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't know if I'll, like, I'm not here to objectify women. She's hot, you know,
Yeah.
and she's
Yeah.
she's considerabely hot to everybody in the room.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm not gonna, you know, sit here for minutes playing into Hannah's sick games
Okay.
of men describing
You've solved
dream
my
women.
yeah. You've solved my puzzle. Are you
Yeah.
happy?
Yeah.
Point of
Yeah,
inspiration.
She's also got a dumpy. All right.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find a very very cute girl.
I've
who
decided my
offers
kids
you-
are not listening to this, so I'm
No.
going ham.
That is very funny that you at this point have decided
Yeah.
that your kids won't listen to
Yeah.
it, and not at any point prior. To
I think
this.
I think she's more cute than like
Yeah.
anything. I think that's more Troy's type.
Yeah, and she comes up to you and offers to heal you, congratulates you on defeating these gross weird frog things.
Do I need to roll luck to see if Aurora comes up to me, you know?
Gotta
like, if he gets his girl, you know?
Aurora's not your girl. First of all, she hates
Hey,
She
all of us.
she's a coworker to
Right.
you.
Well, I thought
Yeah,
she
sure.
liked me. Oh, wait.
You do see she is with Helen and her group, and she's Aurora is kind of checking stuff out, and she goes, wow, that's crazy. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Sorry. Weird that happened though. And you see her pull out a small glass bottle and start like putting some of the slime in it, and goes,
Ask her if she's gonna eat it later.
anyways.
Ask her, Jason. Jason, ask her. Roll a d20. If you get a below a 10, you gotta ask her.
No, no,
Yes.
no. Literally, that was exactly
I love
what
uninitiated rolling sometimes.
No.
Yeah.
Well, she seemed like very upset last time.
Yeah.
Jack tried
Yes.
to ask her if she wanted to drink some of it.
Jack didn't ask her. The vampire.
just
The vampire.
He
Yeah.
asked her.
Yeah.
Troy currently is like, he's freaking out because he doesn't, he has some money, he doesn't have a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows mending, and he's going to try and use mending on his shirt.
Sure.
And he's going to try his best. Because he doesn't want to have to buy a new work uniform.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know how hard it is to get one that fits a 6'7" guy that's like
Any
muscular?
clothes that fit
Yeah.
a muscular 6'7" guy? Crazy. A single break or tear in an object that you touch is mending.
Why can't it fix
tearing
my
my
heart?
Yeah, tearing my pride.
Yeah. Dude, Troy's pride's going
His
insane right now.
pride is fine.
He is okay. I'll tell you what.
Girls, frogs, what else could he need?
That's what I'm saying.
The girl that's been here, he goes, oh, is it, do you want somebody to fix your uniform?
Can you?
Yeah.
What's your name? I'm making this canonical. I'm making her a real character, Hannah. She's gonna be recurring.
The love interest.
And I'm pulling up a random name generator because this.
Oh, good lord. I hate those.
This is beautiful.
She introduces herself as Julianne.
Julianne? Julian.
No. Let me pull up how this is spelled.
I love
Julienne.
Julianne.
Yes.
Okay. I introduced myself to her as Troy, of course, because that's my
Troy,
name.
yeah.
And I say, yeah, I mean, I don't know how to... I know mending, and I just...
Okay.
Only little tears.
Yeah.
He's fighting the urge to, like, brag about, like, sometimes he flexes too hard and he has to fix it that way. But, like,
has that happened to Troy before? That he's flexed so hard he's ripped a shirt?
Yeah, he's done it on purpose, obviously.
Okay.
Like,
So it was
he
never
bought
an
a shirt that
accident.
was one size too small.
To do it
To try
once.
it.
Yeah.
Troy does sound like that type
To
of
see
guy.
if he could do it.
Yeah, he didn't do it in front of everyone. He was alone in his room.
And he
And he just...
In front of
and
the
he
mirror.
ripped the
and
shirt
he ripped
off.
the shirt right off.
And
yeah.
he had never felt so much pride in himself than that moment. And he's still chasing that high, honestly.
Oh yeah, that was his peak. He'll never.
That was
he'll never
pri-
get
that was
higher.
up there.
Yeah.
Like,
It's up there for his peak. And she goes, "Oh, okay. Well, if you have, what's left of it, I guess, then I can."
yeah, I can. What if I get to you over like dinner sometime?
Ooh, roll a charisma.
That's good though.
Ooh,
that's good.
Ooh.
That's good.
Ooh. Ooh.
Whew, I wish there was a seduction thing on charisma. It just any kind of charisma or just
Persuasion.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love that. It's an 18, Hannah.
Okay.
Ooh.
You see her face kind of get red. Okay. I mean, you don't have to.
No,
you
it's
just wanna.
no. I mean, I work at the sandwich place in the Biblioplex.
Oh yeah.
And we could like maybe get dinner after work one day. I can make you
Okay.
any sandwich you want.
Sure. That sounds great.
When are you free?
Like Thursday night?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be
Great.
there.
Sure. Can I have the shirt?
Oh yeah, for sure. he completely got sidetracked.
Yeah.
He just picks it up and he has like
What's-
frog guts
yeah,
on some of his.
It's awful.
Like what?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
He goes, it's fine. Puts it in like she asked for like a plastic bag from behind the counter where they definitely have a plastic bag full of plastic bags and
Of
puts it
course.
in one of those and ties
Yeah.
it and says, I'll see you then.
I'll see you Thursday.
Yeah. And she leaves. And you
Let's
see
go, baby.
Let's go, yeah!
Dude, Troy has Rizz. I'm be honest with you, like
That
he
Troy
does.
has
W Rizz.
That's his highest
Yes,
stat.
sir.
It is.
Yeah, so you see across the room, Helen rolls her eyes.
Helen has definitely seen this before.
Oh
too,
yeah,
though.
this
Like,
is such a thing. Mimiro, Aurora is over by you and is sort of checking out some of these frog corpses and goes, "Huh, well,
Does this look familiar to you at all?
you think I live with weird frogs?
No, but
Is
you
that
look.
why-
You look like you were deep in thought.
Yeah, well, I was just wondering if these like came from
The same place that the.
Sedgemoor.
Oh, from
the same
where?
place that what came from?
The mimic from earlier. Like when we first came
A couple
to.
weeks ago?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I'll go tell Professor Sharpie about it, and we'll see if anything, got out of the woods, but... Alright, well, good job.
Gotcha. Thank you. I'll see you at work.
Yeah. And you watch her walk back to Helen and sit down and kind of, like, says something to her. And you are free to...
I'd like to walk up to, like, Helen in that group real quick.
Yeah, sure. You look
Can I
over there,
walk
she
up
goes,
with him?
Yeah, sure.
Behind
Hey,
him.
Helen.
Hi.
Do you know what happened?
No, I was over here.
Like, do you have an idea of what could happen? Because what had happened? Or,
Frogs turned giant and
well,
attacked you.
it feels
when
like
you
the same
went
thing that happened with like the mimic.
What do you mean?
Remember when I killed the mimic and I like was super cool and I like smashed down on it? Like,
gosh.
you remember that?
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
there.
it feels like the same thing. Like
Yeah,
something.
because do you feel good about yourself?
No. Like something that shouldn't have like hurt people started hurting people.
Mm-hmm.
And this is supposed to be a pretty safe school.
I don't know about all that, but sure, but hey, whatever makes you feel better about yourself.
I mean, you're the one who was always talking about this being your like safety school. So like,
Oh my gosh. And you see she starts packing books up and putting them
that's
away.
pretty
It's
good though. Troy
Um,
definitely thinks safety school is like a pretty safe place. That's
Yeah,
why he thought
he's
about
like,
coming
yeah.
here too. He was like, "Oh, like it's a safe place."
Yeah, it's
like,
a safe.
I'll go.
I gotta let her
Oh my
know.
gosh.
Yeah.
Helen's crying because you got to do only your safety school, and
Right,
Troy's like,
yeah.
"That's like the best one.
That's
like,
the safest one.
The
I don't know
safest
what you were.
one.
Yeah.
I would like to roll to shake my head when I hear the safety joke.
You see, you say safety school, and you just gotta.
That's such a good joke. That's like dad level joke.
That's
though.
a dad
like,
joke,
That's
yeah.
so good.
Does Troy make that knowing what, or is it completely?
No, he
Yeah, okay.
legitimately thinks that like
I think she knows that it's not like ill intention. She knows that you're just kind of that dumb.
Yeah, he is
but
that
still,
dumb.
But still is very irritated that you brought that up in front of the friends that she's studying with.
yeah he didn't like mean to like
No,
embarrass her or
yeah,
anything.
but she's definitely like trying to get out of there as quickly as
Yeah.
possible.
Before he says something else, yeah.
It's just like, all right, well, if I'm sorry, it's weird.
Well, if you
I don't know.
if you think of anything or like figure something out, you can tell me.
Why?
Because I'm trying to figure it out too. I mean, 2 things have now tried to kill me.
Can I ask her a question
Sure.
as well?
Yeah.
I would like to ask her, since she was obviously there before we got there, did she see who brought in the frogs? And did
You know who brought in the frogs?
Mouthful?
Talana brought in the frogs.
Talana.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Maybe,
Interesting.
I need to go ask Talana some questions.
She also got eaten by one of them, so I don't think she was in control there.
I don't know. Yeah.
At the very least, she brought them in. She didn't know what she was doing.
Did she see anybody messing with the frogs before the race?
Helen goes, no, I was studying.
Ah. Well, that sucks.
And then I look at her and I'm like, "Do you see my date?"
What, that girl that
Yeah.
took your shirt?
Yeah.
You got a date with her?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good for you. Good job. What do you want? You want me to pat you on the back?
No, I just
Okay.
Troy desperately wants a good relationship with his sister, but he will never admit it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Do you need anything?
You
Are
said you were
good?
leaving. So
Yeah,
like,
I am. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this table
Why?
to study
Roll deception.
with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Okay, at that
Disadvantage.
point, I leave and I want to go talk to Talana. real quick.
Mimiro's done.
I'm done.
Okay. With
Mimiro realizes his
disadvantage, it's
mistake.
still like a 12.
Okay.
Mimiro realizes his mistake following Troy,
Following Troy.
and so he leaves.
She goes, you don't even have a backpack with you.
Yeah?
You don't have any of your books.
I'm studying
What class are you studying for right now?
silk ball.
That's not a thing.
It is.
No.
I'm running
In my
through plays in
mind.
my head.
Yes, sir.
And then we use the little salt and sugar packets to like.
She goes, Ross, don't do that. They're gonna have to clean that up.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna put this. I'm not gonna use,
You're not,
use the
like,
packets.
spreading it out.
No, I'm
Okay.
just gonna use the packets like
Yeah.
players. And Troy knows that he's a bad liar, but also knows
Yeah.
that she knows nothing about silk ball.
She's like, okay, fine, whatever, and grabs her bag and is like, oh, see you later, and leaves. And the couple of girls that are kind of with her sort of give you an uncomfortable look of like, we've just watched two people argue in public.
Yeah.
They
and then-
love each other.
Yeah, and then kind of like uncomfortably follow her.
Yeah.
Mimiro, you walk over to Talana, who is sitting there. She looks like she's kind of just been healed up and is talking with Melwithorn and she goes, "Hi, are you okay?"
I'm good.
Okay.
You looked not too well over there.
No,
You know, after you
yeah.
got swallowed by the frog.
Yeah, no, it wasn't fun.
Sorry I couldn't get you out sooner.
No,
My hand
hey,
slipped.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
It
It
happens.
was just pretty slimy,
Yeah.
frogs.
Well, it was slimy inside the frogs too, so.
Oh, I probably didn't need to know that.
No, yeah, sorry.
So where did you get these frogs?
Out of Sedgemoor.
Sedgemoor.
The woods on Witherbloom's campus.
I gotcha.
I mean, they're pretty standard fare. They're easy to catch.
So just from... Okay, so you got the frogs, you brought them straight to here.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody come up to the box? Was anybody looking at them, or...
Not that I saw.
Interesting. Alright. Can I also ask Melthorn...
Melwithorn? Yeah.
Melthorn what he thought?
You see him sitting there, and he's just, 1,000 yards stared onto the remains of these frogs across the room, and it's just kind of...
Okay, at this moment, can I pull out Froggus Dumbledore's hat
Yeah!
and, ask him, would you like this hat?
He's okay. No, I'm good.
He was my friend, too. We had a great history together.
Okay, well...
For 3 seconds.
Well...
I bond quickly.
I guess... Okay, well... Yeah.
Good talking to you, bro.
Yeah,
you look like you have something to look at 1,000 yards that way.
I call Mimiro over here. I say,
see you, bro.
I say, dude, look at this play I just made.
Dude.
So this is a standard soap ball lineup. This is what opponents most often use. I think it's 5v5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a standard soap ball lineup. This is what I call the line.
Mm-hmm.
It's because people are standing in line. You don't really know how many. You don't know how many people are there because you see the other two right here.
Wow.
But you see they use a spell that kind of shifts to or they throw the soap ball with a spin on it. So they're gonna miss, but then they hit them.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And
Definitely.
this is to surprise. You have options. Option 1, 2.
Yeah.
Option 1, 2, and then you have a
Option,
safety right here.
Option 2, 1.
So-
But Troy really did work on a spike ball play.
Yeah. I got
What do you think?
It looks really good.
Do you know anything about spike ball?
I mean,
Silk ball?
a little bit. Wouldn't it be better instead of running your outside players out, bringing them in and kind of defending with you as you run down the field?
No, because if the silk ball hits, if the silk ball hits 2 people, they're still out. So you don't want them too close.
Oh, so it's kind of like dodgeball.
In a way, yeah.
Oh, I got you.
What's dodgeball?
Something that we used to play in my old town.
Mean people play.
It's they would use potatoes as the balls, and they would throw them at me, and I would have to dodge them.
I think Mimiro just got bullied.
I was bullied
Yeah,
before.
awful.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mimiro went to the library for fun.
Yeah,
Like,
there you
he-
go.
yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah, he was fast though. That's why his dexterity is so high, because
From dodging potatoes.
dodging potatoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hannah,
So
were you expecting when I turned on this computer to have a fully
I didn't know
formulated play?
what I was expecting when you turned it around.
Yes.
Um.
Troy doesn't play when it comes to soap ball. He's all in it. When he told Helen, he had thought about, maybe I should do a soap ball play.
He was like, "That's a great idea."
Troy, you're a genius, he says to himself.
Troy. You're amazing.
All right, so over the next week, both of you add 5 gold to your inventory.
He's rich, baby. He's rich.
I know, yeah.
70 gold right now.
130. Let's
Okay,
go.
Well, it's not. We're not comparing here, you know. Like, so I leave. I talked to Tori before leaving. I'm like,
You look up and you notice that Seth is gone.
okay,
And Tori is gone with him. You don't know when they left, at
Okay.
what point they left.
that's weird.
You don't see them.
I talked to Tori's spot in the room
Yeah.
to like be like, hey man, like, is what I'm wearing? Is it what I'm wearing okay?
Well, yeah,
Like,
am I
what do you
looking
think?
good? Yeah.
And then I do go by Helen's room to knock and be like, okay, I want your honest opinion. How does this look? And I feel like she just shuts the door in
What
my
are you?
face.
First of all, what are you wearing?
I think Troy's
The
wearing
robe.
he's wearing like a nice pair of like jeans or the equivalent, I guess. He's wearing yes.
Can I tail his date?
No.
As Mimiro, just like in the
Well-
background.
I'll do that in just a second.
Perfect.
Jason, do not ruin my date.
I will
because you
not
wanna-
ruin your
because
date.
you want to play right now.
No, I want Mimiro to know what is going on.
Why?
No.
Because he's
I won't.
nosy.
He is nosy. I'll give him
Mimiro is nosy, yeah.
that. But yeah, he's wearing like. I think the
Casual or
this
fancy?
kind of like casual, but like button up shirt, jeans, kind of casual.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Nice enough to be like, oh, like he dressed up a little
Yeah,
bit, but
okay.
not weird enough to like, oh, he like
But
dressed
not
up.
like, ugh.
So like,
We're going to, McDonald's in a tux. That
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
I think you can go to. It's the equivalent of you can go to Olive Garden in this because Olive Garden can be.
You can
either-
go to Olive Garden in either. You can go
Exactly.
to Olive Garden for prom.
You could, or you can go to Olive Garden just on a Tuesday.
Yeah, and it
yeah.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You can go to Olive Garden in gym shorts and a tux, and people will not look at you differently.
Tux top, gym shorts on bottom.
Party up top,
That's
work
that
out in
Zoom-
the bottom.
That's
you know?
a Zoom interview fit.
Yes, sir. I just want to be specific. Whenever I tail you, can I turn into Draz, the Minotaur?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, just so he really does not know who I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
So you head over to Helen's room, knock on the door, and she opens the door and is like, "What?
How do I look?
Comb your hair before you go."
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And he leaves.
Yeah, and she closes the door. Yeah.
He goes back and he combs his hair.
Yeah.
And yeah, he gets there about 15 minutes early.
Aww, he's a sweet guy.
Because here's the thing. So like I feel like
You're going to the.
my sandwich place.
Gotcha.
And I show up. Is it open or is it like are there a lot of people there?
It's open, but there's
Yeah.
not a lot of people there.
Who's
You're
working?
kind of in between. It's just Isla.
Okay, so I go up and I tell Isla, hey, I'm on
Hey.
a date tonight.
Oh, with who?
No,
Do you remember her
no,
name?
no, Hannah, don't. I do remember her name. Julianne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her name's Julianne. If I was to rate her on a scale of 1 to 20, it'd be 20. I don't say that. But like I met her the other day.
Okay.
She's super pretty. She's cute.
Okay.
And yeah.
Well, look at
So
you.
we're coming
Yeah.
here.
You figured a sandwich shop was the best?
Well, I figured it was casual, but
Okay.
not like we're just gonna meet and then leave. Like we can eat together and like hang out.
Yeah. Okay. Anything you?
How do I look?
What? Oh, I
Because
think you look.
he craves a mother figure right now.
You look precious. Don't even worry. You look amazing.
Okay.
Do you want anything specific or anything that I can
I don't know.
do for you to set up or?
I'm just gonna sit over there. He doesn't really have anything set up.
Yeah, sure. And I won't bother you. I'll give you, your
Okay.
space.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, Mom.
perfect. Yeah. I'm gonna need you to roll on the sandwich of the day.
Which is a D what?
D6.
5.
Not spicy again.
Rainbow carrots and watercress chestnuts on white bread.
Ew.
That's
I'm
just
sorry.
a sandwich.
The
you
other
don't have
one
to order
sounded
that.
good, like legitimately
The
sounded
dragon
good.
peppers and salami on a
That
bagel.
sounded really good. This one, not it.
Honestly, though.
Troy's getting the meatballs. No, he's not.
Foot long
I'll tell you
meatball
what
sauce.
I'll tell you what Troy's getting.
Oh
anyway.
no.
But yeah, so
the like
no.
eight
Not for a
sandwich.
first
No,
date.
I know right now what Troy's getting and is what Caleb wants right now. Anyway, so he waits there for Julian.
Yeah. You see that she is a little bit late.
Yeah.
And looks kind of flustered in getting there and sits down and is like, I'm so sorry, I really didn't mean to be running late.
It's okay.
Okay. Anyways, and she reaches into her bag and pulls out a nice little wrapped box and passes it over.
Aw.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that. You put it in the box and everything. Like,
Yeah.
that's super sweet.
I just thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, it is fun. Do you want to get some food?
Sure, yeah. And
we're at a sandwich place. So okay, so I woke up
Yeah.
and I introduce her
Mhm.
to Eileen, right? Is that her name?
Isla.
Isla. And I
Yeah.
introduce her to Isla.
Mhm.
I tell her she's my boss and everything.
Yeah.
And then I tell Isla, I want this. This is so specific because this is what I'm craving right now and what I'm gonna eat at Bad Daddy's later this month.
Ooh.
I'm gonna get some Texas toast bread with some grilled chicken, nice grilled chicken patty.
Yeah.
I want applewood smoked bacon on it. I want mozzarella cheese on it, and I want onion straws on it.
Ooh.
And I want it toasted.
Yeah.
And I make that sandwich every day when I work, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's so
That's
good.
the sandwich,
Yes, that's
yeah.
the sandwich.
Awesome.
And then whatever Julianne is getting.
Sure. She makes up both your orders. Julian goes with sandwich of the day.
Okay.
Mimiro.
Yes.
Roll me stealth.
Oh gosh, as Drax, really?
as dress. You still have all
Draz.
your stats. You just look like him.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, let's see here. Does 19 make me stealthy?
Yeah, you're creeping through bookshelves and that sort of thing. Being much more stealthy than you think the actual Draz would be on, a daily basis.
Oh, I wasn't even trying to be stealthy. I was just gonna be Draz and then
you're
go
just
in.
being Draz.
I was gonna
Perfect.
go in there and get the sandwich of the
Yeah,
day and sit down.
You
You
go
know,
in, yeah, you get the sandwich of the day. It doesn't look awesome, but it's a sandwich.
it
of the
sounds
day.
like something Draz
You're
would
not,
eat.
you're
Honestly,
not here for the food.
I'm not. I'm here for.
He's
the...
here to take notes.
I'm
I'm
gonna take notes.
Yes, notes, yeah.
I have a pen and paper
How
out.
close in table proximity are you?
I
sitting?
swear.
I'm on the opposite side of the
Okay, so
building.
you're
Goodness.
yeah.
Can I
you've
wait? Can I
gone-
still hear them though?
It's a small place.
Yeah, it's a pretty small.
It's
place.
like
Okay.
the equivalent of a
There's
Subway,
not-
I think.
It's the size of
See,
a Starbucks.
I'm
Oh,
picturing
yeah.
they're at a table and there's those wall tables, with
Yeah,
the
booths.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not the walls, the ones that are that you would go into coffee shops and it would be kind of bar stool ish
Yes.
against the
Yeah,
wall.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm picturing I'm at one of those
You're
with
one
a
of
book.
those.
Yeah,
They're over. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm looking at a book, but I'm listening to
My-
But
them.
yeah,
yeah.
it's small enough and there's few enough people.
My
in there
man
that
has
it
How to
almost
Talk
is
to the Goth Girl. on the
Yeah,
top of his paper.
No, I have Rizz
Rizz!
underlined, and then I'm
With a
taking notes.
question mark.
Rizz, Troy style.
Troy
Troy
style.
style.
Troy style Rizz is hard to come by, man.
Oh,
I'll tell
yeah.
you what.
Okay.
He's
Mimiro's gonna try,
Perfect. Yeah, so you sit there, you're taking some good notes. You and Julianne are getting into some, pretty nice,
Yeah.
pretty decent conversation. She's a Witherbloom student. She's
I figured.
Yeah.
I knew.
She's
You
a
know, in my
Witherbloom
heart.
student. She doesn't seem quite as stoner as
That's
the
good.
rest of the
She's more of
Witherbloom students.
flower girl hippie.
Yes,
She's
very
literally-
much so.
There's flower
Um,
girl hippie and there's stoner in Witherbloom.
Yeah.
And then there's Mimiro.
I ask her.
and Aurora. She's Witherbloom.
That's
as well.
true.
Yeah.
There's flower girl hippie, there's stoner, and then there's poison
And
ivy.
then there's Poison Ivy.
That's-
Yeah.
There are three
There are
types
three
of
types of
Witherbloom
Witherbloom
students.
students. Yeah.
Which one Mimiro will be? The world may never know.
Stoner eventually. I think
Stoner-
she's gonna get a puff of that
Who
Tori.
knows? Yeah. You fall into that.
Yeah, but I ask her just
Or-
some basic
yeah.
questions about herself, like
Yeah.
her family, and then I ask her what she does for fun,
Yeah. She is apparently from what you get, a scholarship student.
Yeah, no way, me too.
Yeah. Is here because she's hoping to study to be a healer in her hometown, which is one of the larger sort of cities of the area.
Yeah.
And enjoys. What are some of the? I forgot the list of clubs. I don't know what clubs she's in. She's in the horticulture club.
Okay,
I think.
that makes sense.
And she's also in the. She's also in the Student Mages of Faith.
Okay, so she's pretty religious.
Yeah.
Oh, so she knows
Mellowthorn, the tree man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this is all coming together perfectly.
Yeah.
When I drop my current friends for Mellowthorn
Right,
and
yes.
Oh, no,
Julienne,
he's so
you know?
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell her that I'm on Silk Ball with him and like
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. And then ask her what she thinks about Silk Ball.
I don't really play a lot of sports, but yeah.
That's why I'm on scholarship through Silk Ball here.
Oh, I didn't
and
know
like
they did that.
yeah.
Yeah.
He tried, at least that's what I think, right?
Right.
Is that like applicable? Can he be here for like Silk Ball
Yeah,
stuff?
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell her about that, you know, that sort of
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah, she's she's all over that. And you have some nice. Do you open the package with the shirt in it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Is it a prank, Hannah?
It's not. But the mending job is
not great.
With what was left of the shirt.
Yeah. Let me see that.
Rizz.
What's you got on there?
Rizz, like just talking to girls.
No. What have you written down?
What's been written specifically?
Oh, just like ask them what they're at Strixhaven, their hobbies.
Oh, just ask them
and-
basic information
Just,
about
hey,
themselves.
treat them like a
Listen,
person.
Mimi-
Yeah.
Mimiro's never done this before.
Yeah, so you unwrap the package with the shirt in it, and it's like as best as could be done.
Yeah.
But they're very obviously like seams across the front.
Hey, that's
that sort
okay.
of thing. Yeah.
I tell her that it looks great and that I could never do something this good.
She mentions sewing for fun. And
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
What does she sew?
Um,
I'm going on a real date with this girl.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. She she offers up a couple examples. She's sewed the majority of her own clothes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and you have a pretty nice time. Halfway through, you notice Draz walk in. But Draz is already sitting against one wall.
Yes.
And you watch him walk up and kind of order a sandwich and turns around and sees himself sitting there and kind of goes...
Eating the same sandwich. No, I want to turn.
He's ordered the sandwich of the day. You have a glass of water with no ice in it, like just like he would do. And
Yeah.
he's just sort of sitting there like...
No, I like look at him and I like motion him over.
He walks over and sits down and is like... He's sitting with himself!
This is Jason. This is funny. I'll give this to you for
He
sure.
goes...
I was gonna stop it and like be like, "Hey, which one's
Yeah.
which?" No, I'm letting this play
Yeah,
out.
he goes,
Yeah.
what's happening?
He's freaking out.
He's like, am I
Dude.
about to die?
Dude, Draz, it's me. It's me.
You have my voice. I can't do this.
Can I like
Unshift your face.
like shift my vocal cords to like my
sure.
normal.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
drop back into your regular voice. You go,
Just to like talk to him. I'm like, Draz, it's me.
why are you doing this?
Dude,
It's gonna be a major invasion of privacy, dude. Like,
yeah, I needed to look like someone else. I'm trying to listen to my friend over there, making sure that he's okay. What you up to, man?
Draz is like, dude, you're on a date.
Dude.
I was just getting lunch. My shift's about to start. I didn't.
Dude, awesome.
Dude, Draz works here?
He works in the biblioplex.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, man, I'm trying the sandwich. How do you feel about it?
I haven't eaten it yet.
Jason, don't make this normal. Don't make this a normal conversation.
No, give me a second.
If you sat down with you, do you think you'd be okay?
Dude, if they just started talking
He's
to me
very
normal.
clearly like not okay, but trying to keep like okay, this is probably fine.
Draz, I'm sorry for shapeshifting
No, you're
into you,
fine.
man.
I don't know.
Next time I'll like ask you for permission. I just needed someone quick, and dude, you came first to mind.
No, you're
That's
fine.
weird.
Just
That's,
like I appreciate this, man.
no, it's
Yeah.
it's good.
No, yeah. Ask him how club things are going.
Yeah, and
Because-
he gives you some very hesitant, explanations of stuff that's going on.
Cool. Cool.
You get some of the poem list for what they're going to be going over next week.
lit. Nice.
And finally he's like, I might just get this to go and go ahead and
Yeah, man.
head, but
Man, I'll get you back for this. I'm sorry for
get
doing
him
this.
back for
back
this?
for he goes,
Like
no, you don't have to. I didn't, there's
Like-
nothing against you or anything.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
I'm sorry if this was too weird for you.
It's fine.
I'll see you at the club.
Okay. And he gets his stuff together and kind of leaves very quickly, and you're left by yourself. Troy, I think you definitely notice Draz go and sit down next to himself, and then one Draz get up and leave.
Yeah, I feel like Troy's not even Troy's that stupid.
Yeah.
Troy knows that his shapeshifter friend is, like, here.
I don't think Julian looks at you and is like, that was really weird.
Oh wait, no. Wouldn't Julian be like sitting back to?
Oh yeah,
us?
Julian's back
Is
to
there-
that. Yeah, her back is to it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna let him think he's getting away with it. I'm not gonna address him. I think over the course of the date.
How is your date going? At what point do you secure the second date?
So that's actually toward when you feel the conversation's wrapping up and you start talking about like, about to have to go, that sort of stuff. So we'll get there. And, hey, like I was I had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, it was great.
I was wondering if you maybe want to do this again sometime. Maybe not, sandwiches, but we can go on a second date.
A date?
Yeah, I figured this was a date. I asked you out to dinner and.
Oh,
I swear, if you make her a
Please.
boyfriend,
No, I didn't. I didn't think of it as like a date, but I'd love to hang out again.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah, I think you're awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, then
Hannah's trying her hardest
Hannah
to like
is
ruin this for
skeptical
me.
with every single character. I swear.
She goes, well, okay, yeah, no, I'd love to see you again sometime.
Sweet.
Yeah.
How can I get in contact with you? I guess. Can't really get her phone number.
Here's my owl.
Here's my
owl.
character, or my carrier pigeon. She goes, well, I live in, Witherbloom dorms.
Okay.
So,
So she's not a freshman.
Oh snap! What year is she?
Did you ever ask? What year
I feel like we got on that. Like that's something.
She's second year.
Okay,
Oh.
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
It's not like I'm a graduate student. Yeah. Yeah, sure. So I'll see you later then.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. Bye. And
Bye.
she leaves. You see Isla from around the counter kind of go,
I go over there. I high five Isla.
yeah, that's a bullshit. Good job.
Classic. All right.
She goes, also.
So. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
no,
go.
no, you go. You go.
She goes, also. Did you see two?
I did.
Before she says that,
I did.
as I see her leave,
Right.
I start to pick up my stuff and I go.
You're booking it.
Yeah, I'm booking it. Dexterity 4.
You watch,
I'm sorry.
you watch Mimiro just kind of like get all his stuff together and start hustling out of there. And she's like, "Did you see two?
Yeah, I and there he goes.
There it goes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is my shape-shifting friend who wanted to come and spy on my date.
You better friends. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know what to tell you. Well, congratulations. How do you feel like it went?
I think it went pretty good. Towards the end, I asked her if she wanted to go on like a. I kind of put a pause in there, for emphasis, emphasis, but like what I mean, like not to put the pressure on it, but like ask her if she wanted to go on like a second date. And she didn't really feel this was a date. But I feel like that's just something that
Okay.
she said she'd love to hang out.
Okay.
And
Well, then, I hope that works out for you.
I do too.
Hope you guys-
She's awesome. She's really
Okay,
pretty.
well.
She's really smart. Way smarter than me. But that's not hard.
Oh. Yeah, she's like, yeah, well, yeah, well, I hope that, hope that works out for you. Mimiro, what are you doing as soon as you hustle out of there?
So I make my way back to the dorm. I get in there. I shapeshift back, and I'm reviewing my notes. Like this was a lot of
He's
information.
studying,
Mimiro is he's pumping himself up.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, what do I need to do?
Yeah.
Did he even stay to see how the date went? He was just so happy with the notes that he got.
Yeah, Troy, you come back in and find Mimiro going over his...
Hey, Mimiro.
Hey man.
What you got there?
Class notes.
From what class?
Arcana Botany.
Can I see them? Because we're in that class together.
You know, man, my handwriting's kind of sloppy. You know, I write in Draconic, so it's.
Yeah, can I see the notes?
Can you read Draconic?
You gotta roll deception.
Okay, fine.
And you gotta roll insight, I'm sure, if you want to insight check
16.
Oh, I didn't pass.
Yeah.
But like I also tell him I don't. Maybe his notes are real, and Troy's like, okay, maybe he was taking notes. But then also like, so so the craziest thing happened to me on my date tonight.
Oh yeah, man. Well, you went on a date? That's crazy.
Yeah, you knew. I told you, see, because I told you about it the other day when we fought those frogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the craziest thing happened. You'll never guess what I saw.
Man, what happened?
It's pretty empty, right? And what's the guy's name?
Drasimir.
Drasimir? I call him Draz, right?
Draz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also Draz.
And so I saw Draz walk in.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's pretty cool, man. I enjoy it. He's a pretty cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes and sits across the table with his notebook.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw Draz walk in again.
Ooh.
And sit with himself. No notebook. About to go into work. And you know what the crazy thing is? That on the Biblioplex work schedule, Draz is scheduled to work that night.
It's a big chalkboard in
Yeah.
the back.
So what would Draz be doing there 20 minutes earlier, studying for some test when he has work in 40 minutes?
Dude, man, you know, I like to say that school is our number one priority. And so Draz me and Draz, we're in the same poetry. Do you know about the poetry club? Yeah, man, you know about them. So we're in the same poetry club. And what I know from Jax, he's a very shy but studious guy. So he was probably just like...
Yeah, that doesn't answer the question of the second Draz that sat next to him. One in a work uniform, about to go to work. The other writing in a notebook eerily similar to the one that you have right here.
Yeah, man, I got this from the poet club, you know.
We all have matching notebooks.
Yeah, we're just like that good of friends, you know. So how'd your date go?
You know how it went.
What? What do you mean by that?
You know how it went.
I don't know what you're talking about. Can I roll to gaslight?
Roll to gaslight
Roll deception.
is my new favorite thing to say.
What was it?
25.
I mean, feels like a genuine question.
Yeah, it does. But also I get rolls, but also
No, yeah, there's a point at which you know it was him, but you have that sneaky suspicion of well, maybe he didn't hear everything.
That's true. I'm not saying oh, he's spying. I'm not saying.
Right.
But I know it was him there.
Yes. No, you know it was him.
Troy's
there.
not that stupid.
But it's a degree of well, maybe it wasn't. Yeah. So, but still, though, you do know it was him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no getting by that.
No, yeah. That was a series of unfortunate events that occurred.
Highly series of unfortunate events.
So you both know that you have coming up a test in the magical physiologies class.
Uh-oh.
It is your first exam of the year, and it is Monday morning, so this is happening Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
You have a couple options. You can make any ability check to study, as long as you justify how it is helping you study.
Interesting.
That is... Huh.
So, on a successful check, you get one re-roll that you can use during the testing. You also have the option, if you decide you want, to pull an all-nighter. At which point you would gain 2 re-rolls. However, you gain 1 level of exhaustion during the test.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's not that bad, though. 1 level.
And it can't be removed until after the exam is over.
Ooh.
Okay. But I feel like that comes up. I don't
So
want to risk
if
that on
you
the first
study-
exam.
If you study
What
with
it-
other people...
What is level 1 again?
1 level exhaustion is what you mean to
Is
Yeah.
it disadvantage on rolls?
Disadvantage on
No,
skill
never
checks.
mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You can skip studying all together and just take your chances with the test. Studying with people gives you advantage on the ability checks to study.
Okay, that's
Perfect.
sick.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna study with Julianne if she's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
She,
Sure.
So Mimiro asks him if he wants to study, and he just walks out of the room. Oh.
I'm like, I swear if I see two of the same people again.
Mimiro realizes he's on thin ice.
Yeah.
He's not actually upset. He's just like, he's a little weirded out that he.
It's a little bit like, I didn't know that you would or could, kind of do that.
kind of thing. Like, it's just weird.
It's
man.
a little,
like,
It's
he's not mad at him.
No.
No, yeah.
You also don't know if there are any other changelings on campus, or if you're the only one.
Yeah, Troy only knows the one, and that was assuming that every changeling he sees, like, is him.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
You know what? That's fine by me.
So I guess like studying. How would she study? I guess because I feel like she's way smarter than me as well.
She is making a history check to study and memorize.
Wait a
Okay.
second.
these things.
Troy.
Aurora is in magic physiology.
Yes, you're gonna ask the
Can-
girl who hates us.
If we're at our job,
Yeah.
Can
While
I-
you're
can I, like-
working.
like while we're working, can I ask her about it? And I said, hey, literally, I can't find anybody to study with.
She hates
Oh.
us.
Do you want to come study with me and Helen and a couple other girls that we?
Yeah, that would be okay.
Not
I
the
just,
shapeshifting you into a
yeah.
girl. Just
I am not. No, shapeshifting is off the table right
Yeah,
now.
no.
Okay,
She-
it already got me in enough trouble.
She goes, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm studying in the Bozen Tavern if you want to
Oh, perfect.
come. And we'll be doing that tonight and a couple other times up until the test. So
I gotcha. Sounds good.
come if you want. Perfect.
I feel like Troy has always been, he's always been told, because he's, as I've said a lot, he's not really gifted when it comes to intellectual.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been told by his dad, as he went through school, fake it till you make it.
No,
Right?
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
I'm using this to justify a performance role of faking it till you're making it.
Okay, so
Um,
you're looking like you're studying really hard to the point of actually absorbing material.
I think
look super
if that's
serious.
yeah. I don't know exactly what I was meaning by fake it till you make it. I
Yeah.
think that it's something that I think is really funny when it comes to studying.
Right? Yeah.
Um,
Sure. I'll say that's.
But also I want to express that Troy thinks of things. Troy is good at sports, and that's about it. So Troy thinks of a lot of things in sports terms.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so, in sports and, in plays, if this happens, then you respond like this, right?
Yeah.
So he thinks of that in the
And,
test format.
if this question comes up, I'll have this answer.
Yeah, it's or even in, specific, questions, what is magic physiology, or
Yeah, magical physiology.
what kind of questions would be
You
on
are
that?
studying slots.
What's a slod?
Is that a salad? Salad.
Hang on.
Troy eats his greens.
There you go.
Troy
See?
eats his greens.
Let me find you an image of what they look
Give me
like.
that slod picture, dude.
Okay,
Okay.
Honestly, though,
Oh, so it's that's kind of... So it's the anatomy of a slot, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's if this is here, then this must be, kind of a response.
are they humanoid?
Yes.
So
No, they're not. They're aberrations.
You could not turn into
No,
one, then,
no.
point at yourself and be
I'm
like...
about
That's
to
a
say,
good plan, though,
no.
honestly.
If it was
And
humanoid,
this is where the kidney is. Yeah.
yeah, I would be like, so this is what the
Slod
You,
looks
salad
turn
is.
around, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I pass, he says.
So, Mimiro, you go in and study with Aurora and Helen and their group.
Friend
Yeah.
group.
Go ahead and roll
The
me-
antithesis
pick
of us, Jason. I want you to know what you're doing right now.
Pick a check
Mm-hmm.
to make to study.
Can I just do normal persuasion, I guess?
How are you using persuasion to study?
I'm persuading myself that I know what I'm doing.
I'm intimidating the test. I want to use
Yeah.
intimidation.
Well, can I do that, actually?
You want to intimidate the test?
I want to intimidate the test. No one else but the test. Yes.
Jason, you're suspending my disbelief in such a way.
You are.
That
I
I don't
would
know
say
whether to
you're
be
just
proud or
intensely
disappointed.
psyching yourself out for this test of just like, okay, I know I'm gonna do good. I'm gonna do good. You're intimidating yourself into doing well. Go ahead and roll with
Okay.
advantage because you're studying with other people.
I gotcha.
I rolled advantage too as well, right?
Okay, 24.
24.
Do I roll
And that's my
advantage?
first.
Yes, because you're studying with Julianne.
That's my first.
Okay. All right.
Okay, that's good. I needed that advantage. I rolled a 2 at first.
Oh.
And then...
That
but
sounds
then I
very
rolled
Troy, though.
Yeah.
22.
Okay, yeah, so you both succeed on this, this studying phase. Some facts that you're learning. You're memorizing some facts, about, salad.
Salads.
They can, shapeshift. Calling them, salad is very frowned upon.
Oh. Whoops.
The green, gray, and death slod can shapeshift into small or medium humanoids.
Okay. Do I need to be writing this down? Is
No,
Caleb
you
gonna
don't.
have to be
No.
taking
No,
this
no,
test?
yeah, no.
Flavor.
Okay,
Oh
never
my
mind. Never mind.
goodness.
Red slod have a gland under one of their claws that can implant an egg into a humanoid. The eggs eventually become a tadpole that bursts out of the host's body and transforms into a full-grown blue slod or a green
joke.
slod if the host can cast spells of
Yeah,
third
you
level
got
or
this.
higher.
I'm trying to.
You know,
trying to
you
think
got
of a
this
joke.
one. It's alien, like
Go ahead. You
like
take your time.
gestation.
I'm trying,
you
I'm
know, like what if Troy got hit by one of those? He's basically a mom at that point.
Ugh.
Like, are we allowed to, like, you know, like whenever we like get hit by
You
one
trying
of
to
those?
psych me out, Jason? And is
No,
this
No,
test?
no.
We're not gonna see these things, maybe. I mean, like,
I'll say.
well, I think we might.
Will we?
Okay.
I think.
So,
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's test time, baby.
Yeah, it's test time.
if I birth a salad, I will raise it as one of my own. I will, yeah.
So
Good.
both of you have
So
one
shit.
reroll that you can use.
And for just this, what are we having to roll?
So,
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
oh no.
Let me pull up some appropriate test music.
I'm just gonna put down inspiration because this was inspiration.
Alright. Y'all walk in and you sit down for the first magical physiologies exam.
Troy's cracking his knuckles.
Yeah, it's a
I'm like-
wisdom class.
I'm like practicing my mean faces that I'm about to give this test. Oh yeah,
My thinking faces.
my thinking faces.
Troy's walking in like he already made an A. faking it till
Right,
he
yeah,
make it.
very
Yeah.
confident.
Oh yeah.
So you
Yes, sir.
you all you take a seat, you watch as the professor begins to pass out tests face down. The time starts. It's a big hourglass.
Massive
It's a
hourglass.
giant hourglass that you just
We go to a magical school
Yeah.
and this man pulls out just a real
giant
hourglass.
hourglass.
Does it at least go like backwards, like a cool magic hourglass?
No,
or
it's a regular
It's just a
hourglass.
regular one.
Have you seen?
School's not made of money.
You've
you know?
seen
I give it to him.
Wizard of Oz, right?
Oh yeah.
The giant hourglass.
Yeah.
It's that size. All right.
Perfect.
The first phase of the test. Slod facts.
Caleb's
You
stressed.
are being presented with a list of multiple choice answers to questions about red, blue, green, gray, and death slod. Make me an Arcana check.
Me?
I'll both.
both
I know.
Both me.
I'll take it. 15.
15.
23.
This intelligence of -1 is gonna get real old in test taking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me mark that down. Okay.
Also, not me destroying HAL 9000 in chess today.
The second phase of the test are diffusing slod confrontations.
Mhm.
It's an essay portion, asking you to write a short essay about commonly accepted ways to keep slod calm during unexpected encounters. Make me an insight check.
An insight? Okay.
Do I want to use my reroll? That's the question.
There's only 2 rolls on the test.
Oh, is this the second?
This is the second
the
roll.
last one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my reroll.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my
Yeah,
reroll
absolutely.
too. Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Goodness gracious. 16.
From a 5 to an 18.
From a 9 to a 16.
Perfect.
Man, we really clutched it out at the end.
Whew. Man, let me
So
just-
you.
Troy closes his eyes and remembers a conversation that he had with Julianne.
Yeah. You finish the test. You turn it back over.
Woo!
The professor comes around and takes him up.
Yeah.
Troy, in his head, is playing his walk-up music as he walks
Yeah.
out from the test.
We are the
That's not his
champions.
walk-up music. It'll become apparent once Troy's character develops more.
Ooh.
It'll make a lot of sense. You'll be like,
alright.
oh.
Makes sense.
So, both of you
Oh.
have gotten 2 successful checks
Mhm.
on this. You have both aced the test. Congratulations. And you get 2 student dice. As you get out of this test, you advance to 2nd level.
Let's go!
Yeah!
Bro,
baby.
Troy's not gonna be freaking dying all the time anymore.
Yes.
He didn't die in the last fight. You've only gone unconscious in 1 fight.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been over a month. Since you
So
first
20?
moved in, which is
Oh, since we first moved in.
pretty
Sorry.
decent. Yeah.
Man, this 1 month of my life has been better
More
than...
eventful than the rest of it.
Yeah. It's like times 10 the rest of my life. Besides that one faithful day.
So you are going to the Dead Poets Society.
Yes.
The Dead Languages Society, but I've decided to call it. Hang on.
Dead poet, please. Thank you.
You head into the Dead Languages Society and find, Drasmir and Quintilius in there, just kind of hanging out. Are you flexing your new Eyes of the Runeseeker ability? They pull out a really, really old piece of Sylvan poetry from the Feywild and are looking over it and
Okay.
discussing some of it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, can I go interact with
Sure,
Draz a bit?
Yeah.
Uh,
You walk over to him, he's like, hey, man, I'm glad you're you and not,
man, I just really want to apologize for that the other day.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
What you got there?
And he pulls out a giant slab, like a giant stone slab, and just down on the table, and you see carvings across it of ancient Fey poetry. And he goes, Quintilius says it's a play, or was at some point, and has been, transposed here. We're just trying to go over it and read some of it.
Can y'all read it?
Quintilius goes, I speak Sylvan.
Ah.
But it's not anything with that. And Draz goes, it's a language I'm hoping to learn, but,
I
not
gotcha.
great at it.
Gotcha. Can I read what it says? What does it say?
It appears to be a play about the Queen of the Fairies, Titania, and her wedding to Oberon.
Gotcha.
Pretty standard stuff. It's more
Yeah.
poetic than it is like an actual play.
I gotcha. Oh, so the wedding. That sounds really cool.
They both kind of... Quintilius is like, read Sylvan.
I read all languages. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yes, but I tell you what, Quintilius.
Mm-hmm.
I can bet you, your friendship.
No,
No,
not
no,
that.
He goes,
never.
He goes,
No,
no,
no.
never.
No. Can I
He's like,
take that back?
no.
Can I say? Anyways.
Yeah, how about
Yeah.
not?
Okay. So I say, Quintilius, you can bring me any book, and I can read it.
Do you have to put money on it?
Ooh.
Put
How much?
money
How,
on it.
how much are you thinking?
30 gold.
Do it.
I will do 30 gold.
Free money. Free money.
He starts walking out. He goes, just a minute. And he walks into the biblioplex and is gone for 20 minutes before coming back with an incredibly old book that looks like it's about to fall apart.
Ooh.
And lays it down and goes, all right, go ahead.
Okay.
You flip it open. And it is a language that you have never seen before. That most likely does not exist anymore.
Right.
And you find it to be a history text about the beginning of the world. And the
Jason's straight up reading the Bible right now.
it says in the beginning.
in the beginning. That's awesome. That's awesome. Here's my thing. How do I prove to this man that I know exactly what?
Oh, the book has been translated, so he knows what it says.
Okay.
Not because he can read it, but because there are people that can read it.
Yeah. I tell him, man, this is just talking about the beginning of the world and the history of it. It's actually quite interesting. Can I read him a few of the lines?
You read him a couple lines.
Yeah.
And a couple lines in, he grabs the book and closes it and goes, "Wait, just a second," and comes back later.
Bring me another one, man. Double or nothing.
Yeah, double or nothing.
Double or nothing.
Brings it back, sets it down, and goes,
Okay. What's the book about?
It is a pretty small book. It is a very, very specific dialect of Wood Elf. Like deep, deep Wood Elf. And it's a book of their sort of customs surrounding the things of the woods, like why they do, specific things. Books of their traditions.
I gotcha. Same thing. I look it over for a second, and I'm like, oh, traditions. This is pretty interesting. And I read a couple of the lines, and I'm like, man, these are all pretty interesting books. Where do you find these?
You're cheating. How are you doing that?
I am able to read all languages. It's a gift.
You read all languages. That's not how it works. And Draz kind of goes, "Well, I mean, that's a pretty fun skill if I had to."
I was about to say, I look at Quintilius and I'm like, would I be in the Dead Poet Society if I wasn't able to do this? Like,
doesn't even call the Dead Poet Society, and you see he runs off towards the biblioplace and comes back with a small stack of books. He goes, "These are in languages that nobody here speaks."
Hannah, do you want to tell me about each and every one of these books?
You start flying through books and start giving off, facts about things and stuff like that. And finally, it's like 30 minutes later, and he goes, "Fine," and pulls out a bag with 60 gold.
Perfect.
And sets it down and says, "Fine, I've got things to do. And leaves.
Oh, hey, no, before he leaves, I want to take, can I take all but, 20 of it? And I say, hey, man, I loved all the books that you gave me. You can have this.
No.
I do not need this.
No, I'm taking it back. And leaves it there on the table, and Draz goes, "Alright, free money."
Yes, sir, Draz. No, I look at Draz and I was like, well...
I'll take it.
Cafe run, Draz?
Sure, I'm down.
Let's go.
Yeah, you make a nice run for it. You have 1 point back with Draz. Alright. Troy.
Yeah,
You head out to...
Yeah.
You head out to Silk Ball practice.
Alright.
Talana isn't there, which is
Makes
kind
sense.
of to be expected.
I'm stretching.
Yeah, and you're
Because,
going
as
to...
sad as it is that Talana's not there, it means that I have to perform even harder.
Right,
To
season's
make
about
up
to start.
for make up for her loss. I mean, that's just being a
what
good
else are you gonna
teammate.
do?
At the end of the day, that's just
That's
being a good teammate.
Yeah. Alright, so you're going to make me an athletics check.
Okay. It's a 19.
Alright. Yeah, you're keeping up pretty well. You're sort of building your speed up a little bit. Getting in with everybody else. You notice that the Owlin that is on your team.
Yeah, the one that looks like Jack.
is kind of
Real
giving you a side eye most of the day. And at the end of practice, Coach Rakdor sits you all down and gives you, alright, season starting soon. Wants you to send out for your Silkwell uniforms and get them in. Hopefully before next week, and then we'll start,
When is the first game?
The first
And
game,
do I get to play the
first
a
game is 2 weeks away.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, and you will get to... There will be mechanics surrounding...
And of course,
yeah.
I'm gonna invite Julianne.
Yeah, everybody gets to come out and see, I'm sure. But her specifically.
Of course.
Yeah, so he goes, so uniforms are going to be 60 gold. If you'll go ahead and get that into me by the end of the week, then we'll go ahead and put in orders, make sure you get me your size as well. So I'm gonna need it along with any equipment that you're gonna need as well. So
Do I need
just
to buy
saying.
extra equipment?
You don't need to buy extra.
Okay, thank goodness.
You have silk bell equipment. And everybody else is kind of like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. And you break and are.
I asked Coach if there's a starting lineup for the game yet.
Yeah, not quite yet.
Okay.
With Talana out, if she's still out by the time our first game rolls around, we'll have to change some things.
That makes
out.
sense.
But yeah, so up in the air right now. But
Yeah.
we'll see. We got a plan. Because and I might pull in someone else just to sub in for her in case she needs it, but we'll see. Don't worry about it too much. It won't be too big of a deal. Yeah, and you.
That's my boss right there.
Yeah, man. Mimiro's in the background, like cutting grass.
Oh yeah.
It's like I don't know him.
I know, I've never seen him before.
I've never seen this man before. It's true because he shaped into a man I've never seen before. But yeah.
I hate to say this, I hope I don't sound ridiculous, but I have no idea who that man is.
Yeah.
You could be walking down the street, I wouldn't know a thing.
I would know a thing. But yeah, I think that Troy, like, he's not happy that she's gone, but he's a little nervous now that she's gone because like he didn't expect to play, especially the first game.
Right.
Because of like he wasn't like the best on the team.
No.
Like he's average.
He loves the game.
But she was the best, like best or one of the best.
Yeah.
And she's out, and that moves everybody up one because she's at the top.
Right.
And that's
So
like kind of
now
stressing him out a little bit. He's going to be training harder. He's going to be working out harder.
Great. You put in some gym time.
Of
I
course,
think, to make up for that. Mm-hmm.
I know this doesn't act practically, but like, is there a way that like my strength would go up after certain amounts of time in the gym, or no?
It will, yes, but it will be
not like
far in the future.
Not instantly. I'm just saying.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, and it will.
Okay.
That will probably constitute like your level up.
Mm-hmm.
Stat bonuses though.
Yeah.
As things go. So, you head into the gym, have a good time benching. Greta's there and is also benching as well.
I want to roll to see who's benching more.
Yeah.
She's kind of my gym rival, but like as friends.
But in like a fun way. Yeah, a fun.
We
gym
push each
rival.
other, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, rolling strength, right? Or
Yes.
athletics.
Strength. This is just straight strength.
Okay, that would be a 16, which is not great.
She rolled an 18. So how much is Troy benching now?
I think after he's been here for what, about a month?
About a month.
I think his max has gone up by like 25 pounds.
Sure.
Wait, how much was he doing normally?
He was doing 350 last
So
time.
now he's 375.
He wouldn't go up.
He's maxing 375.
In
He's
one
a big
month.
boy.
In 1 month.
Yeah, he's working out a
wouldn't do.
lot, Jason.
So once how long has he been working out?
His whole life.
His whole life. he should be at his plateau, and so he would
pushes
probably
himself.
go up.
He can also shoot magic out of his hands, Jason.
He would probably go up to about 365, 370.
Okay, we'll say 370.
So 370's pretty reasonable. Greta, of course, is still at the 415, 420. She's benching 400 easy right now.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just like
she's
it's a
warming
rest
up.
day. Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, and so
Troy's slightly attracted still to her.
right, yeah.
Man.
Oh.
You finish up, and she goes, "First Silk Ball game's coming up. Are you excited?"
I'm super excited. I'm a little nervous though. I've never played
Yeah?
in the college leagues, of course. I've heard it's pretty intense up here.
Yeah, you'll have fun. You have all had a pretty eventful week. I already told you to add your
Student dice?
5 gold for your.
Okay, I need to just
for
go
your
ahead and
career.
pay. I'm gonna go ahead and pay my.
Sure, you're 60 gold.
My goodness, man.
Yeah.
I'm down to 10.
Uniforms are expensive. Have you ever played sports? They are so much money.
And you know, I think that when it gets ripped in the first game, and
It's yeah.
it's a money pit, man. It's a money pit, and does Strixhaven, like, if I'm here for sports, like scholarship, would that be like any help from the school?
You
on
can
that,
probably
or
get a
no?
grant for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll look into it after I rip my first uniform.
Right,
First
yeah,
10
and
minutes
you're
of the
like,
game.
All right. One night, Mimiro, you're asleep.
I'm asleep. Well, in my ring or outside my ring?
Up to
Why would you be outside your room?
I mean, I'm assuming you're,
Ring.
it's middle
Anyways,
of
Let's just say I'm in my room. That's when I normally mess with things in there, making sure have everything I need.
You are asleep. No, you're not asleep. It's in the middle of the night, though. You go into your ring. Your little extra-dimensional space. He's a comedy genius, that one.
Oh,
Yeah, I was born with...
I can hear
I was born with an
him
extra
still.
sense of comedy.
Like, I still have my
The
senses.
sixth sense, but
Yeah.
it's a sense of comedy.
Well, like, I still
Sense
have
of timing.
I still have my senses, and so I can hear him in the opposite room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like...
And man, it's annoying after a while.
And then, like, after a
Yeah,
minute,
as I'm
you're
working on
Because you're
something,
conscious,
he just...
too about it. You're
Right,
just, oh
you're
my
like,
god.
What the heck?
You pop into your little extra-dimensional space, and you see sitting in there your patron, arms crossed.
Oh, crap.
You haven't done your job, Jason.
Oh, crap.
You haven't held up your end of the bargain.
I didn't even use the side for that last
You haven't used him at all.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he's just some arm candy to you, man. What's this X-Files?
He is a bizarre looking demon, essentially. Very demon adjacent.
Demon of Jason.
Yeah.
Demon of Jason,
Yeah.
not
That's
curse my
that's
southern
that sense of
accent.
timing.
Yeah. And he just sort of looks at you.
I don't know. Mimiro is just struck. He doesn't know what to do right now.
Not going to say hello, not going to
Of course
thank
it's
me
freaking
for anything that I've done for you.
Man, I thank you for all that you have
For
given me.
doing-
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while. Like,
Yes.
what's up?
Not much. Going here and there. And
Not
raising-
getting used.
Raising cities and killing kings and bringing about natural disasters and not getting paid for the work that I do from the ungrateful people who ask for my help.
Oh.
I gave you a job to do Mimiro.
That's right. I've been busy. I've new power. I'm trying to learn how to use it.
Sure.
That's why I'm here. I'm at Strixhaven trying to figure out how best to use this power.
I've told you how best to use this power. Go.
Yeah.
You have a scythe.
Yeah.
From me.
I do. Yeah. It's
I
it's
asked-
pretty cool
I
actually.
asked you to bring me souls. And you've done no such thing.
Well, there was
Not
that.
even a rat or
There was that one
accidentally
cat.
killed a fly.
No. Remember, I accidentally killed that cat. Yeah. Mrs. Drunus was very upset. Yeah. So
It's been a long time since then.
yeah, that was a while ago.
I'm just beginning to think that maybe you don't need my help anymore.
No,
Maybe you would like me
no.
to go. Maybe I don't need to, this excellent extra-dimensional space you have. Maybe you don't need it anymore. Maybe I could take the scythe and go. You don't seem to be using it.
I'm sorry. I understand. I'm very grateful for all that you have given me. I will do better. I will start my job. I will start getting these souls.
When?
Heard that before.
Soon.
How soon is soon?
Put a date on it,
I-
right? Right. That's one of the stuff programs. You gotta put a date on it. You can't just say, "Oh, I'll do it later."
I mean, I don't even know.
Oh, we don't know.
Well, so this is a question for Hannah. Are there like, so I know Witherbloom has like a bog and everything.
They have Sedgemoor, which is a large area of woods that is so large that people haven't really been through all of it.
Okay, and there would be animals in there?
Yeah.
Okay. I tell them I can start tonight. I can go get you souls. Please do not take this power away from me. I cannot go back.
It's begging.
Mimiro, no, there is one thing that scares Mimiro more than this patron, and that's
Breaking a promise.
well, no, that's going back to being
honest guy.
yeah, that's going back to being a farmhand.
Oh, dude, that would be awful.
Okay. Then go.
Yes, my patron.
And he
Yeah.
yoinks back out.
Yeah, I get out. I summon the scythe, and I go.
And you're
Well,
off.
if you try and steal Troy's soul,
no,
it's not gonna work
Just-
well
so-
for you.
Okay, no, you'll see that later.
What?
So there's only one place that I know that there are animals, and that is the same place that Talia said that she got the frogs.
Yeah.
And so I head there.
Alright. Yeah, you head out to Sedgemoor. You're gonna make me 3 attack rolls.
Oh. D20?
Yep.
With the scythe?
Yes.
Obviously. Ouch. That's better. $18, 17, and then the first one was like 6 plus 3, 9.
Okay. Sorry. You managed to get a pretty decent amount of small animals. At some point, you managed to take out a very large stag. But that's about the biggest thing that you get. You've certainly not gotten anything bigger. And you, off in the distance, out through the trees, sort of out of the corner of your eye.
How many
I'd say
souls?
probably 7.
7?
Yeah.
Gosh, let me look this up. Scythe. So 7.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Stealer, D4. Okay.
You see off out of the corner of your eye in the trees, almost like if you look at it directly, it'll go away. A figure, entirely white, very clearly outlined against the dark background of the forest.
Dude, it's the spirit of the forest. Make kill those.
Just standing there.
Just watching you, dude.
No matter how far you go, it's the same distance away from you. It makes no noise.
That's the goat man.
There's nothing really between you and it that's kind of like blocking your view. But when you turn to look right at it, it's not quite there. And you leave Sedgemoor, and it stands at the edge of the forest as you walk away.
I made something upset.
Yeah, you made freaking the school spirit or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is our school spirit. The school is haunted.
Well, I'll be back eventually.
Yeah. So you have done your grim work.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, here we go, I guess.
You head back into your extra dimensional space, and he's gone.
That's pretty swoopy.
Troy's sleeping. Going, Troy.
Sure.
People are chanting his name
Yeah.
in his dream. He's like winning. He's winning.
That's very funny.
There you go. Mimiro will try to get some sleep tonight.
So, over the course of the next couple days, you go to clubs, work, do sports things, and as you're sort of walking around the central campus as you've been doing for a while, it's just the two of you. You haven't really seen a lot of Seth and Tori. They've been, like, you've seen kind of glimpses of them, but they haven't really spoken to you.
Yeah.
and they haven't been staying in the dorm.
Yeah. Me and Tori had a little argument as well about
so
anime
it's a
sub
little
and dub.
bit, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not.
I thought you thought I was gonna say something serious.
No, no, I think it's just you did have an anime argument. Now it's like, well, you know.
I was like, listen, man, I just think that like sometimes like it's better to have dub, and he went.
Yeah, no.
Ballistic.
I think it's a discredit to some of the voice actors that do dubs, and he was like, absolutely not.
I mean, listen, man, they work hard.
Yeah,
And like,
you know.
for us specifically, like they work hard so we can listen to it.
Yeah, so we can enjoy it.
And
he was like, no.
Ouch.
he's like, just learn Draconic, dude.
Just learn
It's not
Draconic,
that hard.
dude. Like, I don't... Yeah, so you, the two of you are out, sort of around the general central campus. It's around 6 p.m., which is when the Bow's End Tavern opens. It opens at 6 and closes at 11 on weeknights and stays open until 2 a.m. on weekends. Pretty standard. It has a big Mama Goldberg's vibe.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And, you know, you're kind of standing there, you're walking home, and you see, Greta outside, walking towards her, clearly very excited, and stops and goes, "Oh, hey! You want to play Wizard Gizzard?"
What?
You've never played... We just got new machines in. You should come... It's a lot of fun.
I'm taking it back.
Never played Wizard Gizzard?
No. I don't know what that is, Greta. To be honest with you.
Alright, yeah. She was, well, okay, well, come on. I'll show you.
Greta, you sound like you didn't breathe when you were benching earlier. You're going crazy. You get blood in your head. You're talking about Wizard Gizzard. I don't know what that is.
It's not my fault you don't know what
Me
Wizard
making
Gizzard
a
is.
weightlifting reference, trying
Right.
to.
And she goes, well, come on. Well, I'll show you. It's a lot of fun. And takes you into the tavern. Along one side of the main dining room, they've shifted a lot of tables and chairs out of the way, pushed them off one wall. And there's a single table up against the wall. And there are a couple weird-looking boxes with funnels coming out of them. And 20 feet on the other side of the room, there's a bucket on the floor. And she goes, okay, so these are Wizard Gizzards. Whenever people are like helping practice with the magical rays that certain, you know, people can shoot, they use Wizard Gizzard machines, right? So it shoots a ball of magic out of the box through the funnel at you, and you can, you know, do magic to block it or bat it away or whatever. So the sphere goes away as soon as it touches anything, so you don't have to worry about it hurting you. It's not going to do any damage. But they don't last very long. So when they sort of age out of being used, we get them. And they get kind of annoying. And she knocks one with her fist and it starts making the most obnoxious sound of like a shrieking chicken. Goes, Wizard Gizzard. So,
Makes sense.
you know.
Makes sense.
So we get them, and, you know, play Wizard Gizzard.
What's the object of the game?
She goes, so we try to shoot the magic that comes out of here into the bucket on the floor. So it was pretty simple, and you see people kind of lining up. Most of the Silk Ball team is here. Talon is here as well. And alright, so you see people lining up to play Wizard Gizzard.
Anyone else that we know there?
There's a couple of people. There's not a lot of like Biblioplex people or Dead Poets Society people. There are a couple of there's the Owlin that has a kind of sketchy look about him. Melwithorn's there. And again, the guy with the really punchable face, Grayson Wildmere.
I just want to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah.
You also notice Helen across the room packing up to leave, because this is just a lot.
Man.
I say, Helen,
What?
you gonna play Wizard Gizzard?
No.
I don't even know what it is, but like, I think you should.
Can you persuade her?
You want
Can I-
to? You roll persuasion.
Because that would actually be hilarious.
Yeah.
I think we need to get the Hawkins kids like on a team together. You
Yeah.
know, like at some point.
At some point, they got to do it.
17.
17. She kind of goes, I'll watch.
Okay.
And walks over. So,
I lean over to you and I say, she's always been my biggest fan.
Aw.
She'll never admit it. She'll never admit it, but she's proud of me.
I got you.
She's not proud of me.
no.
Yo.
The rest of your family, very much so.
Oh,
Helen,
absolutely.
absolutely not.
Because, you know,
It's different when you're a twin.
yeah.
Alright, so you are going to...
I wish I had a brother or sister.
You are going to
Don't make
make
it sad.
it says a dexterity arcana check. So I assume that means
What?
roll dexterity, and if you have proficiency in arcana, add it.
Okay.
I do not. So,
That is going to determine how many spheres of yours land in the bucket.
okay, 16.
16.
17.
Divide both of those by 3. Quick maths.
6. No, not
Golly,
even close.
17, 3,
Hang on, I have a calculator.
6, no, it's 5.9.
By 7, you said? No,
By
by 3.
Yours is 5.
Yeah.
And yours was what? 17 divided by 3?
Mm-hmm.
Both 5. Or no, yours is 6.
6. 6.
Alright. So, yeah, you stand there, get up to the machine, and you kind of have a moment to strategize about how, you want to launch it, but you flip a switch on the side, and, yeah. And you watch out of, like, the 6 that fire off from that both of you land. Mimiro, I think you get a perfect 6 for 6.
6 for 6.
Nice.
That's good.
And Troy, you get a 5 for 6, which is pretty great. So
Dexterity.
Oh, is this the cornhole of the magic world?
yes,
Oh,
absolutely. It's all jocks playing this too, who have no interaction
Jocks and
with. Yeah, and,
In the groundskeeper.
and yeah.
I watch y'all play enough.
You also have the option to either encourage or heckle a participant.
I encourage Malthorn.
Melithorn? Okay.
Malthorn.
Roll me...
Persuasion?
Or, no, yeah. What are you saying to encourage him?
So, like, how are we like...
Encourage him, man.
He's like, yeah, Malthorn, you got this, woo! Like,
Yeah.
almost like I would, like, Caleb in real life,
Yeah,
you know?
you're pep talking him up.
Yeah.
And he makes, pretty much the same score as you.
I encourage. Is, what's her name? The softball girl that's
Talana.
out. Talana, is she here?
Yeah.
I encourage Talana.
She does not do nearly as well, even though she rolled with advantage. And is
Well, she's hurt. She's
taking
hurt.
it like a champ, but it's just kind of like, man, you know.
Talana, you got this. You're great.
Yeah. So, after, you kind of get a couple practice rounds and you're doing really good, you see, the Owlin that you are, on the softball team with, pulls out a gray bag and goes, alright, this surprise to the next winner, of this round. And everybody's like, ooh. So go ahead and roll me your checks again.
I'm doing it on my computer.
Okay, so I rolled a soft 20.
Soft 20.
Mm-hmm.
Divide that by 3.
If I was to use my student dice to add another D4, would that increase the number of shots, or like I'm already shooting the maximum?
Yeah. So 18 plus 6, 24, divided by 3,
8.
8.
Okay.
So how many are getting shot? Yeah.
I did my student die. It's a D4, right?
Yeah.
I got 4, so 24 as well. So also 8.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
these are replenished after a long rest, right?
Yes.
Can I go ahead and do mine too?
Sure.
Jason just wants to win.
They-
That's what it is.
And you know what? Never mind.
No.
Like
can.
I realize I'm doing this, and there's no one I'm trying to impress here.
Yeah, it's
It's literally all jocks and me.
I'm trying to impress everybody.
Helen.
I'm
here.
gonna say you know these guys on a personal level. I do not.
Yeah, so you managed to fire off. You both have the same number. You both have 8. And you. So, at some point, out of, like the 10 shots that you both fired, you both landed 8 in the bucket, and everybody's kind of cheering, and somebody goes, alright, so now you gotta do a tiebreaker round to see who wins, because only one person can get this.
Of course.
All right, one roll, no student die.
Okay.
Yeah.
One roll, one student, no student die.
Sure.
Let's do it.
What'd you make?
7.
No way, dude. I got a total 7?
No, 13.
Oh, dude, I'm 16.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, you,
Divided by 3, you beat me by 1. Ah.
yeah, so you get 4 in,
Mm-hmm.
you get 5 in. And Troy, you are announced the winner, and
Troy,
the
Troy.
There's a brief chant that goes up.
Yes, dude.
Helen
Helen
abstains.
of course she
Aw.
does.
Yeah.
Abstaining is a Hawkins thing.
It's a across the board. All of them do that.
We abstain quite often.
Quite often, yeah.
We also filibuster sometimes,
Sometimes, yeah.
even though we hardly know her.
Your mom's especially good at that. And the Owlin hands you this gray bag. It is a bag of tricks.
Dude,
What's that?
Ooh.
That's
I'll look up there and read you the.
Is it in the DM guide?
I believe so.
bag of tricks. That's awesome.
I have it.
Okay.
Wait, no, yeah, bag of tricks. That's the thing that I'm thinking of.
So, it is a gray bag of tricks. This bag, made from gray rust or tan cloth, appears empty.
Mhm.
Reaching inside the bag, however, reveals the presence of a small fuzzy object. The bag weighs a half a pound. You can use an action to pull the fuzzy object out from the bag and throw it up to 20 feet. When the object lands, it transforms into a creature you determine by rolling a d8 and consulting the table that responds to the bag's color. The creature vanishes at the next dawn or when it is reduced to 0 hit points. The creature is friendly to you and your companions, and it acts on your turn. You can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes on its next turn, or to give it general orders such as attack your enemies. In the absence of such orders, the creature acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature. Once 3 fuzzy objects have been pulled from the bag can't be used again until the next dawn.
Oh, sick, dude.
Yeah.
So
So
it's gray,
So
you
you have
said?
gray,
Oh, okay, dude.
weasel, giant rat,
Badger,
badger,
boar,
panther,
panther,
giant
giant
badger,
badger, dire wolf,
or
giant elk.
Catch me riding a giant elk. Catch Troy coming
Wait.
in a giant elk.
I got a question. So
Yeah.
if these things are killed, does the bag still produce them?
It will produce up to 3, and then the
Per
next
day.
day it replenishes.
I gotcha. So are these things alive and they have souls?
No. I don't think so. It's they're just
They're constructs.
Oh,
Yeah.
objects.
constructs of the bag. The bag is magic. The bag's not alive, but you can't kill these things.
I'm about to say, dude, if this is
your
like
patient.
infinite, like
Yeah, just
soul.
It's a nice thought. It's a good thought.
I'm about to say, man, I got excited for a second.
So as you hear people chanting for you as you have this bag, which I think Helen has to explain to you how it works.
Yeah, I definitely go over to Helen and
yeah.
ask her. She tells me that
She's like-
exact
she's like,
thing.
it's a bag of tricks. Here's what it does, and it'll give you like these options.
Yeah.
And it only works for so long. And you hear like, have you ever been to like an Applebee's or something?
Yeah, I've been to
and,
an
and
Applebee's.
there'll be like
Yeah.
a stack of plates crashing in the background, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's like, "Hey." That's kind of what happens, except nobody claps. And in this moment, you feel like there's kind of something.
I swear if it's another like freaking like monster, like plate monster.
Go on, yeah. So you hear some shouting from the back, and one of the head cook in there. You see, like, kind of, there's like a window between, the front of the restaurant and the back of the restaurant. You see her kind of fall backwards, whip out a sword, and just run back off to where you can't see her anymore. And out of the kitchen door fly several steam methods. Go ahead and roll me initiative.
Steam
It's
meth.
hero time, baby.
It's-
Why are
it's
we
hero
like
time?
why is it always
There
us?
are way more steam methods than you've faced before. This one, there's like 20.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like why are we like just always around these
Wrong
things?
place, wrong time.
No, it's planned. It's gotta be.
Maybe it is. Who's planning it?
What'd you get?
13.
Soft 20.
Great. Mimiro, it is your turn as you see these steam methods fly out. They start picking things up off of tables and chucking them at different people who are kind of really confused as to what's happening.
So how many are there?
There's like 20.
Okay, and are they all coming from the same, like, location?
They're all coming from the kitchen.
I gotcha. Are they... Sorry. Is there anybody, like, in that direction within, like, a 15-feet
You're
cone?
gonna use Thunderwave, aren't you?
I'm about to use Burning Hands
Okay.
towards the door and to get as many of them as I can.
Do you think steam though would be immune to fire?
I mean,
I'm
it's
about to look
steamed.
at-
If you
Oh.
heat it up enough, it's going to dissipate. Right?
I don't know if that's how steam works, Jason.
I mean, they would need magic.
What are you talking about?
I
But,
mean,
like something
so
that's
it's
immune
steam.
like that.
I can't use my scythe.
No, well,
Oh.
maybe.
I can't use inflict wounds. I can't. It's either Burning Hands, Firebolt, Ray of Frost.
Okay.
I guess I can use Ray of Frost, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my Burning Hands.
Okay, I was
So
just wondering.
because that's a cone. That's an area of effect. I get like, yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
There
I'm
are
just saying, man, if they're immune to fire,
there are a couple people in the way. But
Never
they
mind.
look like they're kind of clearing it.
if they're getting out of the way, man, do it.
Okay. So do they have like an advantage to get away? I guess, or
I mean, they're going to be in the cone, but they have to make a saving throw, right?
well, they still take damage regardless.
But
No.
should be fine.
Mimiro's not that type of guy.
Okay.
If something were to be in the way, he would not do
What
it.
if you just walked up closer, used your movement, and then used the burning hands?
Would that?
That would get a couple people out of the way.
Because the cone aspect of it makes it so where there's going to be a certain
Yeah.
point where you can get close enough to them, and these people are just here. And then,
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
like, well, so say, is there a certain point that I can get that all the people would be
Yeah,
out the
I
way?
think so.
Okay, I get up to that,
Okay.
and then I use Burning Hands. Yeah.
Great. And they have to make what?
So it's a Burning Hands is a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
It doesn't say what, so I guess their dexterity saving throw.
You see them.
Yeah. So they're going to make an adventure spell save.
Yeah, so they
Oh yeah, I don't do this. They do the same.
swoop in, and at this point, you cast Burning Hands up at them. And you see them sort of dissipate for a second, and then congeal back together, and just...
What I
word.
freaking tell you.
Yeah.
What I freaking tell you.
I'm about to say you were just talking about fighting these things earlier.
Alright.
But Mimiro didn't know
anything
that.
else?
We
you
didn't
can
know
do?
that, no.
Yeah.
But now we do. So
Anything else you can do, or is that it for your turn?
I already moved and I already shot, so I'm going to just chill, I guess.
Just chill.
I'm just
chill.
You're like, well,
You're like,
Well,
well,
can-
that didn't work.
Can I use the rest of my movement to move back?
to move back, sure.
Yes, I'll do that.
Alright. Troy, it's your turn.
I'm looking up a spell real quick.
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Thunderwave in that 15-foot cube to get as many of them as I can.
Okay.
Thunderwave.
Actually, roll. I'm gonna have you cast this, and then I'm gonna have you roll luck to see if there's anybody in the way, because people are kind of moving back and forth, and there's the odds that someone might walk.
Okay,
into
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cast first,
Okay. Yes.
or I mean, that's on you. I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's
you're
a
gonna
Constitution
cast-
saving throw.
Great.
For them.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and roll luck to
Succeed.
succeed me. It's a 9.
Yeah. Okay.
There's probably like 1 or 2 people there.
Yeah, there's like 2 people wandering in.
Let's see.
All right, so go ahead and they are
I just
gonna make a
literally-
save, and the
I shot a flamethrower and people were like, I'm gonna walk there.
all right. So the steam methods they failed.
Okay. And what about the people?
There's one guy in there who kind of like, whoa, and gets out of the way, and the other one does not. With a, what's your DC?
13.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Dang. That's okay.
Yeah, no, it's
okay.
It'll be fine.
I'm not gonna get expelled
Roll,
for this.
no, roll damage.
Okay. That is 15 damage.
15 damage. You
And
get
then
about,
half on a failed.
Yeah.
I mean, half on a succeeded.
yeah, so you get about 6 of them with this. Yeah.
Boom.
Are they dead?
They're not dead, but
Okay.
they do look kind of like you knock a couple of them back. And they
Yeah,
sort
because
of,
it also pushes them back
Yeah,
10 feet away from me.
yeah. So they are moving out of the way, and you see a couple of these dive. They're starting to dive at students, and people are starting to fight them, bat them off, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Why are also we always the only ones fighting? We go to a magic school.
I
What
will
the heck?
say,
People are this time. People seem to be getting with the program,
Okay,
and they're
good.
starting to
yeah, perfect.
fight back. So 2 of them are going to swoop down on you, Troy, and attack with. 16 each.
I would like to use shield as my reaction.
Yeah.
To
And that takes you up to.
that takes me up to 18.
Perfect, yeah. So you. Vroom, and they both bounce off of
See
it
how long
and
that
kind of-
lasts. That's just a one type thing. Yeah.
And they
Goes
kind
back to
of
normal.
refocus for a second. Mimiro, 2 of them are going to dive down towards you as well to attack. One of those is going to be a 16, and the other is going to be a 14 to hit.
18 normal class, no.
18 armor class, yeah. So neither of them hit.
How
You
are
see them
such a
sort
high
of
armor class?
flying around you, but none of them are quite sticking just yet.
It's my charisma and dexterity modifier, and those are my 2 biggest. Those are my
That
2
makes
main
sense.
stats.
Top of the order, Mimiro, what are you doing?
Going to single out one of them and hit him with a ray of frost, 'cause that's all I can do.
Awesome.
Hey, if fire's immune, maybe frost is double.
Hopefully, let's see here. 20. Soft 20.
All right. That hits. Roll your damage.
D8. What'd I get?
You call it?
What is it? 3? No, I did not. Let me just pick that bad boy back.
You can't look at it first, Jason.
Re-roll it.
Jason,
I got 5.
you cannot look at it and then decide. You have to decide before you look.
I wasn't gonna call it anyways. It fell to the floor.
And
No, it's dirty.
sometimes it's been 20s and I've said I'll take whatever it is, and sometimes it's been 1 and I've said I'll take
You're
whatever
like,
it is.
okay.
Ouch. But no, yeah, 5 damage.
Alright. My mother just asked me why we have a menorah in the house.
Mazel tov.
Yeah. How much damage? You said
5. Damn it.
you see the sort of steam crystals that are making up one of them kind of freeze as it sort of shakes it off and keeps going.
Ouch.
Troy, it is your turn.
You know, I'm Troy, I'm the boy.
Troy the boy.
And I'm going to use... How close are they?
They're like right up around your face.
If I was to use, like, chromatic orb, could I, like,
Oh, yeah.
hold it in my hand and then, like, sweep
And,
it?
like, is it a melee or ranged spell?
It's ranged. So could I throw it at a couple? Like, in the direction of maybe a few
Yeah, sure.
in a row? Okay. It's up to you. I'm just wondering.
No, I think you can.
So I'm gonna do chromatic orb.
Okay.
And that's I rolled a hit.
Okay.
Natural 20, Hannah.
Ooh.
Plus 5, of course.
Double your dice.
What is my dice for this?
That's a lot.
No freaking way. That's 6d8.
Yeah.
What the
What?
heck?
Chromatic orb is really good.
Chromatic orb's the best, like, first level spell. Like, hands down. For attack, for damage.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know why that's not standard for people. I could roll these twice, but I like the feeling of rolling
doing
6
more,
at
yeah.
once.
Here, do you want a D8?
No, I have I spent all this money on dice. I should.
gonna
You
be-
don't want to win metal.
No, here's one. I have a metal one, Jason.
Oh.
I got a metal set.
Yeah.
Big money, all
Big
eights.
money, big money, big money.
If these are all eights, I'm gonna have Hannah come over here and look to make sure I'm
and
not
just double
cheating.
check.
Oh wait, no.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull my calculator real quick.
Yeah.
Caleb wasn't built for this kind of
You
math.
have a
Troy wasn't built
calculator
for
on your
this kind of
watch.
That's so pretentious, and I love it. But anyway,
But that's not what it's for, apparently.
No.
39 damage.
39 damage to each of them, or
to
just
each of them that
Perfect,
that
yeah.
it hits.
So
and I'm choosing.
Are you tossing it? The ones that are really close to you are just kind of here, but there are a couple that you think you could hit by just like slinging it sideways. Are you gonna go after those?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I'm
gonna say, yeah, you are gonna have to go for those, or roll with disadvantage. And you've already rolled, so.
Yeah, I mean, I've already rolled
yeah.
for it.
So, yeah, you sling this.
I'm choosing wind damage because I think that
it just blows
they
it away.
dissipate entirely.
Perfect. You turn around and, well, yeah. You turn around and sort of underhand swing this thing towards them. And it hits, I think, bounces between like 3 who are in struggles with other students. And you watch as they explode into a cloud of hot steam.
Oh my
and
goodness.
they are going to make dexterity checks to avoid taking damage from that. You see, like, Melwithorn kind of dodge out of the way because he's, it's like above his shoulders. He's like above the steam. But you see Talana and Helen underneath that, and they are both going to take.
Can I?
Steam rises though, right?
Could I use my movement to
just
take the damage for Helen?
You're pretty far away. And oh no, you would take attacks of opportunity from the 2 that are on top of you right now.
That's fine for me.
Okay. Do you
I
want
mean,
to do that?
I have quite a big movement. I have 30 feet of movement
Sure.
speed.
Okay.
I'll do that.
So you are going to do that, and you're going to take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
One is a 21.
Okay.
The other is a natural 1. So
Okay.
the 21 is going to add. So you take.
Also, how are we not school heroes at this point?
5
I'm about to say,
points.
I'm waiting for it.
5 points of damage
Yeah.
from the attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
And you're jumping in front of Helen.
In front, so she doesn't take any of
So
the
she
damage.
doesn't take any damage. That is 11 points of
Okay.
damage.
So total.
Of fire damage.
Okay. All right.
Alright. Perfect.
I'm passed out.
Wait, hang on. No, I rolled 1 extra than I should have. You're only taking 7 points of fire damage
Okay.
instead of 11.
Yeah.
That was my bad. I misread that.
Okay. I have 3 hit points.
Yeah. Alright.
I scream in pain.
Yeah. She goes,
Ouch.
what are you doing? Alright, so next in the order are the steam methods themselves, who are going to follow you over to where you are. And roll, that is that one doesn't hit. And you see one of them kind of stop in front of you, and is going to try to use their steam breath. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay. So it's not like a.
It's a 15-foot cone. You've got to make a dexterity save.
Okay. I see. Hold on. Let me check something just really quickly. I'm seeing if I could like maybe jump out of the way. Use my jump spell. Because I think it's a reaction. Or no, it's a bonus action. I can't use a bonus action right now. Anyway. That's a 17 dexterity.
Yeah. You dodge out of the way, and you're only going to take...
Can I roll...
You're only going to take 2 points of fire damage.
Can I roll with disadvantage and grab Helen as well to get her out of the way?
If you want.
Okay.
Wait, did she pass her dexterity?
But she would get hit with the cone.
You were standing next to Melithorn, Talana, and Helen. And you are all inside that cone right now. Talana has succeeded, Melithorn has succeeded, Helen failed.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll disadvantage. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Oh, okay. So disadvantage is still the 17.
Yeah, so you managed to grab her and yank her out of the way. You've taken 2 points of fire damage.
I'm hanging on.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 health.
She took 8 points of fire damage
What?
from the steam. Because I guess it just caught the side of her because you take... Or no, she only took 4 because it's half damage, but still. Caught more of it than you did. And then the other 2 are going after you, Mimiro.
All I'm saying is if Helen hates me after this for some reason, I'm gonna be pretty pissed.
I'm done. Yeah,
Like-
there's nothing else I can do.
You made me stay.
I'm literally like freaking I'm saving her from so much damage.
Alright, so it is going to attack you with a... Neither of those hit, because your armor class is 18. So you see them
fast boy.
clawing at you and nothing's quite doing it. You see a couple other students are starting to bat them away, but they're realizing that if you kill them, they explode in a cloud of steam.
Yeah.
So they're trying to be strategic about it.
Mm.
So, top of the order, yeah?
This is just a question.
Yeah.
Could I like... So, say hypothetically that I kill a couple.
Uh-huh.
Could I, because shield is a reaction, could I use shield around them to make them not burst and like hurt everyone?
Look up the description of shield for me.
Yeah.
So, just real quick, I feel like I should make this description known. I get my armor class from my master shapeshifter.
Yeah.
I can't wear armor and I can't have shields. And so it's just flat 10 plus my charisma plus my
Plus your,
dexterity
yeah,
modifiers.
I got you.
But I want to make it known that whenever I like succeed on an armor or AC, I want to like be shifting around.
Yeah,
like
so,
if they're
dodging out of the way.
right, if they're like they're aiming for my head, then I like shrink down. If they're like down below, I get bigger. I don't know.
Yeah, perfect.
So, it says invisible barrier magic force appears and protects you. That would be protecting me.
Okay. I think...
If that suspends,
I don't
that
think you
suspends
can,
it a little too much.
I
that's
don't
fine.
think you can cast it on them, but I think you could cast it as a reaction to killing one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And it would cover you, but I don't think you could do it around them.
Okay, that's
So,
fine.
Yeah. But you could definitely do it as a reaction.
Because I'm gonna need to. I'm
Yeah.
1 health point left.
Alright, so Mimiro, it is top of the order. It's your turn.
Hey, the guy who can't do much damage.
Who also can't get hit, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
You're doing great, man.
I'm basically useless. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Ray of Frost on one of the.
Sure.
Can I like do it in a way that will get multiple, or can I only get one with Ray of Frost?
I think it's just the one turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
But-
Let's see here. 23 hit.
Yes, 23.
I thought she was about to say no.
No.
She was like,
Maybe.
Yeah, I had to think for a second, sorry.
No.
Alright, go ahead and roll me damage.
3 damage.
Alright. So that same one that you hit a little bit earlier is still kind of, it seems irritated with the frost that you put on it, but it still looks like it's pretty,
Put together.
it's still pretty good. Next up in the order is Troy. You're in the thick of it, man.
Like with my, speaking, I ask Helen if she knows any healing spells.
No?
Alright.
Melithor behind you goes, I got you.
Can you,
Okay, yeah.
can you heal me, man? That's
Yeah.
all I need. And then I think like Troy's he's a very showmanship kind of guy.
Right,
like
yeah.
so he's not just gonna sit there.
Yeah.
He's gonna do something. It could. Ooh,
These things
can
take-
I hold my turn until after I'm healed
Sure.
and then go? What's his initiative?
He's just after you, so he's
Okay, so
going
can we just switch turns
Yeah,
for this
sure.
one?
He's going to cast, you're close enough that he'll cast Cure Wounds, and that's what, a D6, I believe?
I don't know.
2D6? That's going to be 9 HP back to
That
you.
was more than I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Now I go.
Yeah.
Your uncle's size.
I want to. I've been keeping track of how many spells I've used. I want to use
Stack of
my 2 sorcery points
1d4.
to cast jump as a bonus action because it's a bonus action, and then I want to jump forward because it triples my jumping, like forward and high, and use like the bound hammer spell that I have to just slam
Yeah.
down on a ton of them.
Nice. The couple that are in front of you.
Yeah. Or just because I'm assuming there's more in the middle, right? Like.
Yeah.
So
People
I'm
are fending off the rest of them pretty well, but there's a couple that are just kind of swarming right in
I'm
front.
jumping towards the middle
Sure.
to hit those.
Sure.
So let me. I don't have to really roll for jump. It's just a kind of thing that happens.
It's just, a thing. Sure. And roll hit.
That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that would be 13 damage.
Perfect. Yeah, you bring your hammer over and slam down on top of them.
What type of
and you hear
damage
the
is
just
that?
of a bunch of tiny
It's just
things getting
magic
crushed.
Because
As
it's like a
they
bound
sort of
spell.
wriggle out underneath, from underneath the hammer, they're looking very beat up.
Yeah.
One of them is. Hang on. 2 of them have died, and you see them explode outwards in a cloud of steam. So go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna use
gonna use
shield.
Perfect.
I have 1 more spell left that I can use.
Okay. You throw up a shield.
I just don't want to take this needless damage when I'm gonna have to tank like actual damage.
Right,
Right.
and you see it you see your shield fog up as the steam explodes towards
Whew!
you.
I put my hand on it and like drag
Right,
it down a little bit.
Choice
double
is a little bit-
smiley
Titanic,
face, yeah.
no, Titanic style.
Titanic style,
And, like
yeah.
I've been here before.
Alright, so that's gonna be, there's only 1 left around you guys. You notice that the rest of the students are doing a pretty good job taking care of.
Yeah. Not like us though. We're taking them out.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
We're
there's-
destroying.
Yeah, definitely.
You notice that one guy has
You
one in
killed
like
him.
a giant glass jar.
He just traps them in a jar.
He's like, alright, so
Smart.
that one.
That is smart. We didn't think of that.
Right.
No, I did not.
The one that's still around you see lunges for Talana to hit with a 16, and is going to. It does 4 points of damage to her, but she's still standing. Mimiro, the 2 that are around you are going to attack, diving in, claws out to do some damage.
Claws out. In front of God and everyone.
In front of God and everybody. No scruples. One of those is a 14 to hit, and the other one is a 16 to hit, so neither of those hit. As they, you're still kind of dodging out of the way as they try to get at your face with their little claws. It's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna try something a little bit interesting, which I forgot if I can do. So, would you say that my scythe still has souls or not, or would they be gone by now?
You turned him in, right?
Right.
Turn them in.
Yeah.
It's the only ones you've taken so far, Jason.
Right.
I think you have probably 2 in there.
2 in there. Yeah, I'll take it. Literally, I need some type of damage. I'm gonna take out my scythe, and literally, it's because they're flying around me, right?
Yeah.
Can I wait for like a good opportunity and like try to like sweep both of them?
Sure, go ahead.
With it?
Roll
Okay.
twice to see if you hit both of them.
24 on one of them,
Okay.
and nat 20 plus 6, 26.
Ooh, so for your crit roll, double your dice.
Okay, so before I just roll these, do they take slashing damage?
They do.
They do.
Yeah, you're fine.
I wish I would have known that earlier. Okay.
You know,
8.
I'm with you though. It doesn't make sense.
10.
It doesn't make sense
No.
that they would take slashing damage.
No, it does
They're
not.
Steam.
So for the first one, not the crit, 10 slashing damage to 5 necrotic damage.
5 necrotic damage.
So 15 damage in all. To the one with the crit, do I just do my slashing damage or all of it together? I'm gonna do all of it. And then
You should be good.
Excuse me, princess.
I didn't like that.
It's from the Legend of Zelda cartoon. Do you know that?
I watched like 2 episodes of that with Will, and it was really upsetting.
31 damage.
Whoo! So the one that was already, you hit the first one that was already, kind of injured by your frost, and it explodes. And then you swipe the next one pretty cleanly in half, and it dissipates again, exploding into steam. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
14, yeah, no. Ouch.
Okay. You actually manage to kind of like dive backwards and manage to get under the explosions of steam as they happen.
Yeah, let's go.
So, you see.
Did you kill both of yours?
I've killed many of mine. I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
majority of them.
Yes.
Yeah, so you
I got my scythe out though now.
Hey, good job, Jason. You're out there.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
I've literally
Finally got in the zone.
I've literally lost count of how many I've killed.
I got
So-
2 with one
Not
strike.
because
that's all
that's that
that
many,
matters.
because I wasn't counting in the first place.
Yeah.
This next one, you see a couple of them sort of still attacking other students, but not really. They've got it under control.
Yeah.
And you see the kitchen behind you where these steam methods were coming out of. It is covered almost wall to wall in cockroaches, just pouring out of pots and pans and cabinets, and they all seem to be making one trail. Outside, just covered.
How big is the kitchen?
Pretty big. It's
Would
like
you say
it's
a
an industrial
15-foot
kitchen.
15-foot cone?
No, it's bigger than that.
Okay, with 30-foot cone, you get one side, I get the other.
Cube, man. I do my stuff in cubes.
Well,
My-
guess what? One
my
triangle
stuff's
plus
in
another
cubes.
triangle equals a cube.
No.
But I'm not doing a triangle. Also, not even close. A pyramid plus a pyramid makes a cube.
You know, just like rectangular.
No, it doesn't.
2 cones don't equal a cube. Cones are circular.
Yeah. Also, yeah, it's not even a cone. It's It's not even a pyramid. It's a cone.
Anyways.
Anywho,
So you know.
what do you want me to do with that information, Hannah? There's a bunch of cockroaches in the kitchen.
No,
like,
so
Burn
you
them.
see inside these cauldrons that they're coming out of.
Oh.
The same black oily substance.
so are they done? Are they leaving?
The
All the
steam
methods.
methods are mostly taking care of the cockroaches.
You know what?
Out as well.
Can I do something real quick?
Do something.
What
So
what
we out of
does
combat is what I'm asking. Are we in combat?
You're just out of combat.
Okay,
Everything-
okay.
All the ones that are engaged you are taken
Dead.
care of. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't really have to worry about those anymore.
I'll go over to Helen to see if she's okay.
Yeah, she's fine. You see her kind of dusting herself. She goes, are you okay?
learn its properties? Okay.
Yes and no. Very hurt, but I'm still standing.
Oh my gosh, do you want to,
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
do you need to go, like, see somebody? Do you need to go find a healer or something?
His
Yeah.
mind goes to
Yeah.
the girl he's going out. He's like, I know a girl. But he's no, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm just making sure you're okay.
No, I'm fine. Are you, I mean, you, okay.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can I get like a container of this liquid?
You know Aurora has one.
Well, okay.
You can get
Actually,
one. You can get
but
one.
I'm gonna get one for me.
Yeah, sure.
She ain't sharing that.
And
She
just
hates
real
us.
quick, because this is probably the first time that I'm gonna need to try to do this. Can I cast Identify on the liquid?
Sure. Go ahead. I just got
That's why
Pull it
we
up.
got a sample. I got a 9.
Do
All
you have to
right.
roll to cast Identify, or is that just something you can do?
I've never used
It's a
Identify.
ritual divination. So target
So it takes a while.
If you want
and
to
touch it throughout casting a spell. You touch it and know how to use it, whether it's attuned.
Why don't you ask your patron when you go to sleep tonight? Troy doesn't say that. Caleb does.
Yeah.
This doesn't say that I need to roll.
What does it say though? Like about identification?
It just says I need to touch it, and then so it costs a minute to cast,
Yeah.
and so the entire time I am touching it to learn about it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I would need to.
Sure. How much does look up Identify for me and tell me
Yeah.
how much it tells you?
You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them. Whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. If you instead touch a creature, I'm not touching a creature. Or am I touching a creature?
If you touch it, if it's alive, I don't know.
If I touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay. So you touch this. Are you touching the cauldron?
The liquid itself.
The liquid itself. You get from identified. This is the remains of an weird kind of eldritch balm that's been put on,
Like a bath bomb.
like a lip balm. It's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Eldritch
Troy's
balm.
some experience with lip balm, you know what I'm saying? And wiping it off before he
His
goes in the
lips
house.
his lips get really dry and
Yeah, and then you just
Yeah.
gotta put it on.
Yeah,
and his
it's
mom.
not. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
No, it's not. He also be making out with girls.
Exactly. Troy makes out with lots of girls. That's lipstick. Right, yeah,
No,
it's
but baby, it was
No.
lip balm. You know what I'm saying?
I was,
done with you.
I was gonna say because it sticks to your lip. Anyways.
That's a good option. I like that. That's a.
You see that this is an eldritch balm that's been made and rubbed on the inside of these cauldrons.
Any specific spells?
No.
Okay.
Probably alchemy then. I mean, spells aren't alchemy. Alchemy's not spells.
Well, good thing I'm a Witherbloom student and knows alchemy teachers. I can ask someone.
Yeah. I think Troy goes and sits down.
Mhm.
I think he's
Yeah.
taking a minute.
Melwithorn comes up and offers you a healing spell, which he just kind of like puts one weird wood hand in the middle of your forehead and like
It's massive.
yeah, and casts Cure Wounds on you.
Yeah.
For 6 points of healing.
I'm back to full.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I'm still
Those
taking
are-
a minute.
Those
You're
are
feeling
rookie
great after
numbers,
that,
though. Rookie numbers.
And
I cast 7 on a bad day. Sorry.
you hear the head cook yelling in the back of the kitchen about the cockroaches that are trying to sweep out of there.
So I'm not gonna
And-
be eating there anytime soon. I don't know about you.
Yeah, this is
I eat food from the Biblioplex
cafe now. We're not.
Only.
And we're probably eating really good ratings now. We're the only
After
one of the only
this-
student eating places that hasn't had problems.
There are a couple like students that are unconscious and being healed by the various Witherbloom students that are in the area, but it's
Oh,
you know.
can I join in and help them start healing people?
Sure, yeah. You help out a couple folks. It looks like plenty of people made an effort to fight these kind of steam methods. Apparently, what you get from people's conversations, kind of like, yeah, man, I can't, again.
Oh, again.
It seems like
Again, we're the only two that have actually
monsters-
done anything about all
No,
of them.
but it seems like monsters popping up on campus is not an uncommon occurrence. A lot of people are investigating in towards this kitchen, and then the rest of the people are kind of just clearing out.
I'm just gonna go. Troy knows he's not intellectually gifted.
Yeah, he's not gonna.
He's like, in his mind, he's like, oh yeah, next week I'm gonna fight another friggin'
Yeah,
monster.
sure.
Like, it doesn't matter.
It's been 2 weeks since the last one that you fought.
Okay,
so
that's true. That's true. He's had a good 2 weeks.
He's had a good 2 weeks. So it's been a month and a half, which is not, terrible since beginning studies at Strixhaven.
I think maybe I asked her if she wanted to come to the Silk Ball game.
Yeah.
As like that's kind
And
of
that'll
like
be the
next date, and then we'll hang out afterward.
Sure. And you've got 1 week until your next Silk Ball tournament.
What next Silk Ball?
Or no, your
tournament?
first Silk
I was
Ball
about to
tournament.
say, I was
Sorry,
like-
your first Silk Ball tournament.
Troy,
I'm not using
now
that.
Troy, week before any of his games, he goes into super healthy fitness mode.
Yeah.
He's eating like greens and
Yeah.
lots of protein.
The
He's
whole
working
shebang.
out for at least 2 hours every day,
Mhm.
except for the day before he doesn't want to be sore the next
Mhm.
day. But
Perfect. Mimiro, As
What's
you're
up?
leaving the Bozen Tavern after this event, you see
Oh crap.
in the distance, off among the buildings, nothing super overt, but a similar white figure. Doesn't get any closer to you, doesn't get any farther away, doesn't make any overt moves towards you, but you can look directly at it and it doesn't disappear.
What's it look like, Jesus?
What does it look like? What does it look like exactly?
It looks like a mannequin. You see, in the distance, again, not getting any closer, not getting any farther away, this same white, formless figure. It looks like a mannequin. Across its face is carved a strange, wicked-looking smile. Voidless, just void eyes, weird stretched mouth.
Yeah, there's a smile on his face, but there's no real smile.
Yeah. And it is not making any moves to get closer to you.
Okay, if I can look directly at it, can I walk towards it?
It is maintaining the same distance away from you, no matter how close you walk. And you follow across campus. You're turning corners and that sort of thing, and no matter where you turn, it's there. Same distance away. You head back to your dorm. And as you get ready to sort of bring the night to a close, you glance out the window. And it is on the ground, outside. Just looking up through the window. Your window.
Great. At this point, Mimiro, he opens up his window, and he calls out to it.
There's no answer. You see it tilt its head slightly.
That's slightly unsettling. Just slightly though.
Don't get me wrong, it's only slightly.
It's just slightly, you know.
Just a little bit.
So yeah, I guess I just shut my window, shut my blinds, and I just
Ignore it.
try to ignore it.
Hey, ignoring problems.
That's the best.
That's Mimiro. That's how Mimiro rolls.
That's how Mimiro does it.
All right.
That's where we're gonna end today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this
Yeah,
music for?
you got about to the end of what I got prepared.
Yeah.
So, good job.
Correct.
I want Jack and Christian to be there at my softball
I do
game.
too,
You know.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.